All right, we are getting it connected. Bear with me one moment. About to let everybody in. And if you are just seeing this and you are not in the Zoom room, then you just need to scan one of these codes. One's for leaving reviews, so that's for people that are already in here. The other one's for you guys to start to be able to come on to these meetings the next time. And so I'm about to let my current clients in. Right now, I'm just like updating the titles on the description. I think it has to be 75 characters, so I need to shorten this up a lot. Boom, boom. All right, almost done. Cool. Still was too long. Let me try one more time. All right. I'm just gonna leave it like that and just let everybody in. Not worried about it that much. Couldn't change one of the titles. All right. Hello. How is everybody today?
What's up, Rob?
I took a page out of Travis's book. I was like, let me see if I can do a play on his on the way he had his. I
I
don't know if
love
I
it,
like
man.
it.
QR codes. Well done, brother.
You see the drones out back too?
Dude, you're being attacked, it
Yeah.
looks like.
Yeah, so we had Sora put the drones there, and I think the whole thing is since I'm live streaming, I need to stop scrolls. You know what I mean? And so we're gonna have like some graphics, like say master class and stuff like that on here. But this is V1, so V1 is out, and hopefully we'll get a lot more people that stop scrolling. Let me see who all we got. We got 7 people in here. Jamie, Travis, Butch, Chris, Justin, and Lance. Excited to see all you guys here.
Hey, would you mind
Um,
putting the link to a one-on-one for you? Just
mhm.
because I know it's going to cost me some of my hours, but
Yeah,
I really want to vet my idea and kind
yeah,
of
you
make some
should.
changes to it.
I would love to help you do that. And there's a calendar in the featured, and always go back to the featured posts in the community.
Okay.
And then this is the link you need. Client services. There.
We're not seeing your screen if you're sharing.
No, no, no. I was just grabbing it for you. So here it is. And then that's also in the featured post. You click on that, and then in the done for you section, there's a one-on-one calendar link there.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
No problem, man. We got Nyan hopping in. I'm gonna make him the co-host. And then you guys know I've got updates for you as always that I'm excited to share. And I'll share those after we kind of get through the first, after we get through everybody. So um, I know we had a lot of launches in the last 2 weeks. I think we've put up like 15 or more sub accounts have gone live, or agencies have gone live with sub accounts. So I'm excited to hear what you guys have got. Who's got something for me? Who needs anything? Nobody.
Everything I have on all my accounts got doubled up, but I know they're working on getting it put back.
Okay. Doubled up. Like they made 2 of each?
So like all the pipelines are doubled, all
Oh,
the automations, they're all doubled. Like everything
I,
literally just got doubled up.
that's weird. Well, the good thing is, like, after we spoke last week, I remember you were saying there was another thing that had to be undone. I'm pretty
Hmm.
sure you can go into workflows, and you can even go to deleted things and recover things too. So hopefully that should help. I think they redid it, but by the time we spoke anyway last week, right?
Yeah, they're getting everything back together.
Okay. Well,
Um,
cool.
I got a couple sub
Um,
accounts that I did the same thing on, but Amy actually just jumped on, and she's one of my sub accounts,
okay.
uh, so she can understand some of what's going on and all that kind of stuff.
Cool. Amy, nice to meet you.
Hi, Rob. Nice to meet you too.
I'm excited to have somebody, a client, one of my clients on here. It's really exciting. And then, um, is there anything in particular, any questions you had that we could help you with?
I mean, I just had a really long conversation with Jamie yesterday about
Mm-hmm.
kind of what I'm going to be trying to do. So I need to map out a game plan and we're going to start working on implementing various workflows for what I'm trying to do. So
Okay.
not at this time, but I'm glad to be here and I have a place to come and ask questions and
Right.
kind of share what I'm doing and stuff. So
You'll be
I'll
able to share, and then you'll also get like the latest things that I'm excited about, which I may talk about a little too much, but it'll hopefully spark ideas too. And so there's so much what we can do with AI is just going to rapidly advance. It's going to increase and increase and increase. And I'm always um, looking to what's the newest thing is. So I'll be excited to share
Mhm.
with you. Tell me
That's
about the
awesome.
business a little bit.
Well, so I do both business acquisitions and real estate.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in I do house flipping. I got out of the long and short-term rental market.
Mm-hmm.
So for just focusing on house flipping for now, looking to grow into real estate development, building sustainable communities. And I am
Oh,
acquiring
cool.
businesses to help support my real estate operation. So I'm in
Okay.
negotiations with a couple home services business. So I'm really looking to I'm also an integrator for that's how I met Jamie through
Mm-hmm.
Step Two. I'm an integrator for somebody in the real estate world who's looking to kind of streamline their operations
Operations.
through lead generation and stuff like that. So I'm not only gonna I want to be doing lead generation for real estate stuff, but also my business acquisitions for off
Mm-hmm.
market stuff. Um, and
Okay.
I have a lot of people in my network for the business acquisition side that really need help with off-market lead generation. So this
Cool.
is gonna totally, yeah,
Cool. Cool. Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, real estate, all aspects of real estate. I mean, I'd say
Yeah.
30% of my clients are real estate, and
Hmm.
then another 30%, it's still something to do with the house. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just not selling the actual
Exactly.
house.
Yeah, exactly.
When you think about like what are there the most of in the world in general, houses, cars, um, soon to be AI robots, but right
Businesses.
now, businesses, yeah. Um, I'm excited to hear more about your plan. Do you want to share a little bit about some of your ideas, or do you want to save that for
Um,
offline
I
with the
mean,
team?
yeah, I mean, I can share. I mean, I'm definitely looking to create my workflows around, setting up, getting lists for businesses,
Hmm.
specific industries, or, knowing which industries would work well for the different type of lists that we would pull, right?
Hmm.
And then the different marketing approaches for those different industries, right? Because some you can find there's a lot of connections to be made through LinkedIn, and then you get
Hmm.
the old mom and pop ones that are like only mailers. So identifying the exact strategy, the exact
Okay.
marketing strategy for the industry. And I'm definitely going to be, somewhat active on LinkedIn. So I'm definitely going to be setting up a newsletter and being, more present on LinkedIn. So my name and
I don't
face
know
is
much
out there.
about I don't know much about LinkedIn. I haven't even heard about these LinkedIn newsletters till you just mentioned it, but I'm working on growing all my socials right now. So tell me briefly, like, is that something that's really common to do that gets a lot of traction on LinkedIn? Is there like a LinkedIn
Yeah,
newsletter?
LinkedIn. Yeah. So yeah, definitely getting yeah, there's actually, right, Jamie, there's a
It's
funnel,
like,
there's a workflow in Go High Level that could help you with the newsletters. Um,
okay,
Rob's got that
wait,
part down pat. He just doesn't
so
have it
is
going to LinkedIn yet.
LinkedIn. Okay. I didn't know you could have it go to LinkedIn. That's why I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, but
So,
that's where a lot of organic traffic right now is coming from LinkedIn.
all right.
So if you take the newsletter that you're building and literally go into back into ChatGPT with the same thing and say,
Mm-hmm.
I like to write this as a weekly newsletter for LinkedIn,
mhm,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll change the wording to be, let's say, a little bit more professional, a little less salesy.
Right.
But it automatically knows that it's what it needs to do. It knows how many characters and knows all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Automatically switches it for you. That's bringing you a ton of small business or
Wait, so do
large
you just
business.
post it on your story, like on your
That's it.
feed?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, on
Well,
your
shoot.
yeah, on
All
your
right.
page. There is so there's and especially in the business acquisition, like it's actually not just small business. There's,
There's everybody
medium
on there.
and
Right.
bigger, yeah, businesses. So it's very much, connecting with people because a lot of off-market leads could come from just people right?
Right.
And so if you're on there
Cool.
and consistent, that's going to help. So,
We've got a big pipeline of like content we're putting out. We do convert it all into blogs, and then but it's kind of been at a standstill because like Sora, which is how I made this video here on the
mhm.
background, is really like it's actually pretty hard to use. This one was pretty easy, but when I'm doing the transitions you guys have seen between the two different slides,
Yeah,
I'll sit there and do it like 15 times.
yeah.
And so it's like once I get that bottleneck out of the way, then we're going to be posting like a long form video every day and then like 3 shorts.
Hmm.
Um, and then I can obviously repurpose those into blogs and now I know LinkedIn newsletter. So that's great.
So,
To explain a little bit more
Oh,
about Amy, also, we
mm-hmm,
brought her on with Adam, somebody she's working with, probably 4 weeks ago.
mm-hmm,
And it's been a slow start getting everything going. But part of the problem has been the confusion between running the real estate versus the business buying.
mm-hmm.
So yesterday we just split it off and made it two separate accounts. And
Okay.
that way she's got a much cleaner focus of how to set each account up to be able to move forward instead of trying to
That's
combine them.
smart.
yeah, and
That
I
is
can
smart.
mess up stuff on my account and not mess up his.
Yeah. Well, business buying, there's one thing I wanted to mention to you. You may know about this. I mentioned it on my call last week. Alex Mayer's Deal AI. It's
Mm,
some AI tool that helps you find businesses that are in a position to buy. It helps you get the financing and it helps you write the letters to them. So
mm.
I don't know much more about it than that. Have you ever heard of it?
No, I haven't. What's it called again?
I think it's DEEL.ai. I first heard about it a year ago. He's one of the really big guys in the AI space. He has a lot of AI apps, and this was his really first big one. They
Mhm.
pitched me when I was way too early to, I was just getting into this stuff and I wasn't about to pivot. I was like, this is my thing.
Yeah,
But business buying, they pitched me well. I was pretty damn convinced that that's one of the most profitable things you can do, and they had a really good system.
yeah.
Um, so I want to make sure I get through anybody else that's got questions, and then we can just shoot the shit a little longer. Who's got anything they need? I love the sound of that. That's a great sound. We had a new guy come on that I think may jump on in a second. But anybody that has anything, you can raise your hand, and then I think I can kind of talk to you guys about. Shoot, there's one thing I really wanted to tell you about. Um, the SOPs, the setup guides for the Instantly, which is our basically custom newsletter writer, which you can use AI employee for. So Amy, I'll tell you how this works. So it's our instantly replacement snapshot. Go High Level will let you warm domains, set it up just as well as all these third-party email services. And so we used to integrate instantly into Go High Level. And over time, I've realized, and Go High Level gets better, I've moved all these things purely internal. Same with the AI systems, like voice and text. Now it's all inside High Level. But with the email writing, any of those third-party services you pay to do your emails, like instantly will do AI cold email, but you're going to pay 400 for a month for their software. You're going to pay for the data, and then you're going to have to pay for sending them, which is more expensive than High Level, and you're going to have to pay for the AI tokens. So Go High Level will let you send 1,000 emails for 60 cents. So it's dirt cheap. And then AI Employee gives you unlimited AI tokens for $97 a month, or roughly around there. So you can have it. Basically, it's a bunch of prompts, and each prompt is going to say, okay, they're in this city. We know this about the property. We know, you have all your headers, and you can look at those headers and come up with, in this first prompt, we're going to mention something about the weather in their city and a landmark in their city. And AI is going to know the landmarks, and it'll say, you make it up for each one. I've got a few different versions, but the tokens themselves, the AI, the cost of the AI would be like 10 cents an email, except if you go unlimited like this, it's not. And so you can write a massive amount of custom emails, and it would obviously be much easier and less expensive to just write a single newsletter, because you don't have to customize it for each viewer. So, but you could take that newsletter and then customize it for each email in your outbound, which is going to help you get a really high reply rate. So some really cool tricks that just take a little bit of work on the front end, but work really well in the long run. Um, And then as far as my update on everything on my end, guys, the ads are scaling well. We're up to like 20K a month now. We're at 600 a day, and the lead cost has stayed low. And so we are cruising. Everything's going really, really well on this end. We've gotten the setup time down to like, we thought it was going to take longer than we expected, even to set up the native AI, but we've gotten it down to 3 hours. So we still have the capacity to take on like 5 or 6 full sub account build outs a day. And that would mean like doing it for the first time in that industry. So like a custom snapshot for that business. So our capacity is looking good, and we should be getting everything done really quickly for everybody.
Hey
Then we
Rob,
had
is anybody using the ads for you guys? Are you guys doing any ads for anybody, or just mainly
a
setting up the
lot.
systems on a? Okay, so a lot of people are using your
Yeah,
ads to drive it through. Okay,
a lot of them. And honestly, like the only way I've ever really scaled a business has been with ads. The solar business was really hard to scale because I couldn't get the ads to work, and I was relying on the call center. And the call center is, as you guys know, if you've ever ran one, the churn is so high. It's never easy. It's always something that needs to be done with a call center. And if you have AI working in tandem with ads, it's not the case at all. It works beautifully and scales beautifully. So credit scaled from ads, and then this business has done really well with ads, and we have lots of clients that are doing well with ads. We've got one attorney who's doing family planning, and he's getting $6 leads to book in for his webinar, and doing I think he said around 20K a week. So this webinar flow, and he does it the same as the solar companies I have doing it. They book them into the webinar, and they run more like a discovery. The problem with AI booking is like if the AI calls you or texts you, people are not going to have a conversation that's really going to qualify them. They're going to hang up if the AI just doesn't book the time and get off. So you need to let the AI book as quickly as possible, and then provide a lot of value and engagement to them after the booking to get them to come to a webinar, where then you can take away the bottleneck of appointment setters by doing a group discovery, a group kind of introduction call where you see who's interested, and then you push them out into basically closing calls. And I do my closes on these calls. I don't do that secondary meeting, but if somebody needs it, I have that 15-minute call built into, I give away a free 15-minute call if they do a trial. So it's just about structuring something like that to eliminate the pinch points. That way you can still get they can still get to speak with you, not just the AI, but you can do it at scale. So ads are working pretty well. I think solar, got the attorneys. We've got another attorney who's doing stuff going after the wildfires in California. It's Justin's guy. Justin, I know he was like trying to get into the community today or earlier this week. Is everything all situated for you guys?
We're gonna be meeting today after this meeting at 11:30.
Great. Great, great, great. I'm excited for his campaign, and I want to make sure that we push as fast as we initially intended. You guys should definitely book with the creative team too. I'm assuming you've probably already met with them.
I think that's what we did. So I had to fill out the
Good.
form, and then
Yeah.
I chose add creatives. So
That's the first one you should do. Yeah, because
perfect.
that's a quick turnaround. With the sub account setup, it's usually you don't need to have a meeting until 3 days after the form submit. You guys are well past that. So you guys are due for
The
all your
client,
meetings.
the law firm, they don't have a Meta business account set up yet. So we'll have to do that as well.
It won't take long.
Okay,
But yeah,
cool.
he should set that up. It'll take a few hours or less.
Perfect.
Not even that.
Cool. Thank you.
Yes, sir. What else do I know? So we've got all the only thing that's delayed now, because I've been really focused on getting the onboarding smoother for clients when they're coming into these meetings. We've got much better forms for people to submit, so it's all smooth. So that's where my attention went, and I haven't dived in and finished all the Sora transitions necessary for us to have these packs of 6 videos a day. So I'm targeting. It's probably going to be in beginning of the week after next, realistically, before I get those dropped. But I'm just looking at my views on my videos, and I get, on the low end, even if it's just a regular video that doesn't do well, you get 2,000 views on a video. And when I run ads, I'm paying 600 a day, and I probably get about 3,000 views a day. So I'm like, I already know over time the organic content is going to be much, much better. And I'm really excited for it. And we'll make it in such a way you guys can repurpose it for your agencies, and show you all that stuff. Who's got some
Using those
questions?
using those quick clips with your newsletter on LinkedIn
Yeah, that's
will
perfect.
you'll probably get 9 to 10,000 views on the same thing.
Are you serious on one?
Yeah, like without the video, you might get 2 to 3,000. Add the video to the same thing. You don't want anything long, 15 seconds or less.
Okay. That's about what they are.
You just want the attraction with the flash,
Okay.
and then from there, something very business-like.
Mhm.
Never on LinkedIn, you never want to sell anything.
Right. Just
On LinkedIn, you
helpful
want to
business advice.
just talk about what you're doing, and then
Okay.
they will come to you.
Okay.
That's good.
Well, I love to do it that way. That's basically how I do it on here.
You're just informing.
Well, Lance, what's up with you, man? Travis, somebody tell me something.
Well, I was just going to ask you, you talked about your creative team. If somebody's coming in new and as far as they're doing it done for you, so what kind of teams would they talk to in order to get everything set up so they can go to their plan?
It's a good question. So the once you fill out the agreement, the contract, you get kicked out the like actual client done for you onboarding form. And I'll show it. I might as well show it in case anyone's ever looking at this replay. This is the service calendar when Travis was asking where to book for me. If you're a done for you client, all these options, they're not going to charge you. We'll just clock it out of your bank of hours. And then this is the one that's paid for done DIY clients and
Are you
affiliates.
showing your form right now? We can't see it.
Again,
all I see is the
every
drones.
time.
All we see
That's
is the drones.
not what I'm talking about. So we've got, what do you guys really think about the drones? I want honest feedback. Is this too corny? I can't decide. I think it might
It's
be.
distracting.
It's distracting, yeah.
Yeah.
It
I'm
looks
thinking.
like crazy birds. At first I was like, what is
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, where are you?
It's my
Like
actual
an Alfred
view.
Hitchcock movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thing, I can't decide if that's going to stop people scrolling or if that'll, I don't know. I
Yeah.
guess the only way to know is to test, isn't it?
Yep.
And so we'll test this. Next time we'll have one that just has like the logos. I was wanting to have like all the different things Go High Level can replace popping up. So people are scrolling by, they see that. But that might be even more distracting. So we'll figure it out by over time, I guess. So here is what I was trying to show you guys. And this is where you book a one-on-one out of your bank of hours. This is where you book a one-on-one if you were a DIY or affiliate who doesn't have a bank. And then if somebody booked on one of these and didn't have a bank, we would just email them back and be like, hey, yo, you got to set up a bank of hours before you do that. Here's the form. And then here are your recurring client side masterminds. So you guys know we come an hour early, and we on the second half, it's only booking for that one session, but this is going to be a recurring. And while we talk about all subjects on all of them, we can give special focus, and I can actually get into depth on specifics for each of these topics on their proper meeting. So, and this explains everything because I know that was just a mouthful I told you guys. So I try to give one centralized place for that. And then let's say you're a client wanting to get ads going, like Lance said. Where you're going to want to go is you're going to get the form after you sign up right here. And there's a video guide that kind of where I explain it, but that needs to be updated. I made that when we were using Jotform. That thing is 7 months old at least. So here is the
Something that
guide.
might help, Rob. What if there's a custom menu link on the left side that takes you to this instead of trying to find it in the client area? Because I don't think anybody that's new knows how to find the client spot.
This is a great idea. We could also put the community into agencies menu links.
I think that'd make a huge difference.
I think so too. So Nyan, let's notate that. I think that's a great idea. I think we should have this, just the whole community tab in everybody's agency. And then Jamie, I guess, I mean, now I'm trying to decide, should we also have this form for done for you clients, or should we let them go through the community? I don't want to clutter up your menus. And you guys also know how to add these links, I think. Do you guys know how to add menu links?
I do.
Yeah, Jamie probably knows. I don't know if anybody else would. But either way, I'll explain what this is, and we are totally open to any suggestions like that, guys. Whatever's easiest, because as this thing scales up, like last week after Saturday, I think it was no, it was Tuesday. I spent like 6 hours talking to people, trying to help them through the affiliation process. And so now the volume is forcing me to streamline things more so than ever. Right now, I don't have 5 people trying to sign up for done for you services. That'll be a great day when that's happening at one time. But it's coming. It's coming. Right now we're getting like we had our biggest 7 days ever in the last 7 days. And I think that I'll pass any of my previous businesses, all of them. I think I'll pass them all in the next 30 days. So I'm freaking excited. I couldn't be more pumped. And I'm telling you guys, this webinar flow, if you can apply this to any of your businesses, this is the secret sauce. And I've actually heard that I'm not the only one doing it. There is the client who's the attorney client. We set his system up a long time ago, and then he got some more stuff from Jason Wojo, who's like really, really well known. He's really doing really well right now. And he sets up these webinar flows too. Same deal, like low ticket offer, feeding into a webinar, but he doesn't have the AI reaching out to book the sessions. So the difference is in our system is we have AI calling anyone who hasn't answered in the last 30 days. It's going to call them twice in a row, like back to back before every meeting the day before until they answer. And it's going to be texting. And then we have some tricks like 4 hours before the meeting. So I send out my invitations the day before the meeting, but then 4 hours before, we're going to text everybody who ever booked and flaked, or even if they booked and showed up but didn't sign up, we text all of them and say, hey, the meeting's starting again because they showed up one time at that same day. And then we get another big lift in our show rate. So last week we hit over 50% for the first time on show rate. I guess it was on Tuesday. Today, we're cooking. I'll show you guys that real quick, and then I'll go over to that form. I haven't checked this in a few hours, so I'm also eager to see how many we have booked. We're getting lots of people coming through the form and signing up for affiliation that way. That's going real smooth. Let's see. I think we're almost certainly going to have the biggest showing we've ever had. We have 60 booked. The most we've ever had was 70. And we didn't get a good show rate that time. So there's a chance we'll have 30 to 40 people come on this one, which is so exciting. But here, so with this form, you've got these different service types. And obviously we do so many different things that it took me years to figure out how to digest this into a format that people could use, and we could really help you guys all with whatever you needed. And so if it's anything related to ads management, when you click next, it's going to ask for basic info, and then you're going to select. So drop down, you select one of these options. So the first time you come in as a done for you agency, you register your agency with the white label setup and support form. And then after that, this is for people that are in our CRM, and we don't even do that anymore. It's all out of our CRM. We still have this here. I don't think anyone's ever going to need to use that again. So mostly they're doing this one. And then for each sub account that you need built, you fill out this form. That's the sub account form, high level native AI CRM. And then if you need ads on any platform, so I mean TikTok, Meta, or Google, right here, you fill that out. We are very experienced in all of them. I don't even think we've used the AI ads manager ourselves yet. We would be happy to set your ads up in that. It would take even less time. But once you're over 10K a month ad spend, you really want to have it managed inside the platform. It's kind of like once you start scaling and you're profitable, it's time to double down on what's working. So while you're testing, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to go the extra mile. It's a lot of times better to do as quick as you can. And then in the refinement process, you want to be in the ads platform itself, and you want to start, once you're over 10K, you want to start trying some other ad platforms. And then the custom SaaS project. Sometimes we have people that just want us to do our Kixie dialer integration, or they have an idea where they want to use high level to create a different type of software. So for instance, our guys they're in the loss recovery firm. I've talked about this before a few times. It's one of the coolest applications. We built a Chrome extension that he can turn on, and he just goes to, you can go to any county's, um, you can find the fire dispatch streams. And so it's a fire dispatch stream for each county. You can open it up on the browser and it'll start playing live. The Chrome extension transcribes everything, and then GPT breaks it down into, how likely is this to be a fire that could pay out, that could be an insurance payout, and turns it into leads. And so this company is using it, and then we can resell that SaaS, which is just a go high level system that is then going to reach out to those leads, skip trace them, reach out to them, and then you can resell them. So you can build so their software product is designed just to capture and resell leads for people that are having a catastrophe in their house. And that can be a lead for a builder, because somebody's getting the insurance payout for doing the work. And it can also be a payout for loss recovery firms who are going to go compete against the insurance company and try to get a better settlement. So custom SaaS project. I hope you guys understand the concept from that explanation. But all these different things we can do. Go High Level truly is a platform where you can develop software. It's a low-code software development platform. Right now, we're starting with being able to automate any job that can be done over a computer or a phone. Just like I mentioned, the loss recovery industry used to have people sitting and listening and writing down these streams. And the next stage, guys, you can already run the ads, get the business, close the deals, deal with customer service. But it's gonna happen when the robots are out. You're gonna be able to take your lawn service business that's running in high level, and you're gonna be able to send that instruction, go to this house and do the work to the robot. And the people that already have mastered automation inside the digital world, as soon as we're just gonna tap in and add on the robot, and we'll have full automated businesses in the real world. So I think that everyone here who is becoming an expert on the automation that's possible virtually right now, we are going to be the ones who take over all the other businesses, because a person who owns a lawn care company, they really can't compete with us when it comes to automating that business. We're going to be better at it than they are. I believe. So that's the future I see. It's going to be AI automation that rules the world. So those are my thoughts. I hope that was interesting to you guys.
Real quick on that. So you guys can set up the webinar, right? Because that's a big thing I think a lot of people could use on the webinar. So you set it up, the flow and everything else as far as how it's set up, and kind of put people in and what they need to be at.
Exactly. So the webinar flow, that's the one we don't have the SOP done for yet. As you guys see, we're still fine tuning. I think the snapshot's in there, but I saw somebody saying that it was having an issue. Either way, we've got the documents for the instantly setup and the documents for the conversational AI expansion. We don't have the document for this yet, I don't think, for the webinar. But it will have all of the features, meaning like the way that we reach back out to past clients and that booked previously a couple hours before the meeting. Everything we're doing to get a high show rate will be mirrored in your setup. And so that flow is in there. Paul, what's going on, man?
Hey Rob, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So two things. So what's the timeline for that webinar flow set up to be available to us? Number one. And number two is, in the meantime, what do you see as our easiest path to get people to onboard if we want to onboard them here through this process?
Through my masterclass, you mean?
Yeah.
My mastermind? Okay, so I'll start with part one. So first off, done for you clients, like we already are in production with the webinar flow, but then just the document that helps you guys be able to access everything and follow it clearly is the part that's being worked on. So I think the snapshot, Paul, I think it was you that asked about it. We can get that snapshot link updated. I'm not sure why it wasn't working. Did anybody reply to you yet on that in the community?
Yeah, but it wasn't. It didn't provide a solution yet.
Needed. Okay. So yeah, we can definitely get that link up there. Nyan, the link is good, right? We have the snapshot. I just know we're tweaking it because we're still in process here.
As far as I know, they have been adding the links to everyone, the new snapshot link as well. So it should be good by like tomorrow or later today.
Okay, cool. And what about the document for that? How far away is that in the course?
It's already with that. That's okay.
Done? Okay.
Yep.
All right. So just a couple days here, it sounds like. And then for bringing people into this meeting, Paul, have you filled out the affiliate onboarding form, the Mastermind or the Mass Market AI affiliate program form?
Can you point it out to me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I've been running through a lot of stuff these last few days.
Yeah,
So
you have.
to confirm, I don't want to say yes. I don't want to give misinformation.
We've got two different, now we like added it on to the bottom of the affiliation guide that helps you like start your trial or, get upgrade your agency or however you're getting affiliated. The last step has the community affiliate or our affiliate program onboarding form. But I can we do have a form that's just for that. So I think it's my Discord.
And refresh my memory. So if we're bringing them on here, what's the breakdown of the percentages that come in through here again?
So I'll close them with your Go High Level link. So that means you're getting 40%. And if you're under me in my tree, then I get 5%.
Okay.
If for some reason we haven't been able to get you in my downline, which I think it has to be like the first trial. I think that's who the sub-affiliate goes to. So if you did like an upgrade, you still might not be underneath me. But if we are not able to get you moved, and we can try to get you moved, but if we can't, then I just swap out 1 in 4 times. I'll just have the link be, and this automation isn't done, so I'll just give them all to you for now until we get the automation done. Once it's done, it'll swap your link with my link. It'll look the exact same to them, but every 4th person who opens it will get my link. And then that way we can help everybody.
So where do I get that link? Where how do we set that? How do we establish that so that
Trying to find
right here, the affiliate onboarding form. Wait, that's not it.
the form. It's in the important links one.
Okay. Right here. I'm gonna drop this in the chat. And this is also in the featured posts on the community, in those pinned posts. I try to get everything there, and then I'm gonna have everything in those featured posts, and then I'm also gonna make courses for everything because I know there's people that are probably opting in and going to explore the courses instead of reading those featured posts. So I'm gonna try to like just think through where are people gonna go and make this more and more clear. But here's the form. I just dropped it in. Oh, it looks like I sent it to one person.
where do we get the AI employee code?
That is your AI employee code. So it's just the end of your link. And we removed this field on the new survey because it's really redundant. We can see what your code is just from the end of your affiliate link. I mean, technically you can have a different, I think you can actually have multiple codes if you went into your settings and tweaked them, but by default, it's all the same. So you're going to have your link, and then at the end, it'll say equals $REF, and then your code. So we can just grab it from the affiliate link. Once you fill this out, you'll get, I think.
I'm sorry, then where do I get my affiliate link?
Your affiliate link?
Yeah.
The video that shows you how to do that is also at the bottom of the affiliate of the new survey. But you just go to your agency. So I've got a video that shows you how. We just need to get, I'm trying to think, Paul, I guess you just came in right before I finished that new survey, so you've never done the affiliation survey. And you're already already done with most of the stuff in there. So I think for you, it just makes sense to show you. Right here, you just go in the affiliate portal and it's right there. So my code is Mass Market AI. And my AI employee code is just Mass Market AI like that.
Okay, so it should be there already, you're saying, because I came in as a AI employee?
So you use your AI employee code to get access, you mean? You put the code in on your system. And you put my code into your AI employee.
Yes.
Right. So that doesn't really have anything to do with this being here. This is just you being a part of High Level's affiliate program.
Okay.
Yep.
And that's automatically going to be there, or I have to apply through Go High Level through your.
I'm not sure. It's been I think that just open up your agency and click this, and it'll prompt you for whatever you need to do. But I think it may be showing up.
Okay.
Yeah, it shouldn't be hard.
All righty. I can figure that piece out.
Yeah, let me know if you have trouble though. Just let me know. We do have a video that walks you. Well, it just does exactly what I just did because I don't have new agency I can test it on. I don't really even remember what I went through this long ago, you know.
Okay.
Um,
All right. Thank you, Rob.
no problem. Alfred, I'm trying to remember. I feel like I was texting you, Alfred. Are you are you one of our done for you clients? Did you start a trial recently? Remind me.
No. I'm a part of the golden years.
Okay,
And we're using mass market AI right now.
got you.
So we
Perfect.
just wanted to know the the price point for done for you. That's it.
Done for you. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Right.
I'll cover it right now here for you. And Golden
Sure.
Years, remind me the name of the owner. Are you the owner?
Ken. No,
Ken.
no, no. Ken. Who is also here. I
Okay.
think he's supposed to be viewing right now, but
I don't see him.
mhm.
Either way, like you can tell him what it is. We've got if it's
Yeah.
I don't think Ken's ever been on a mastermind, has he?
He
It came actually.
last
I
time
think.
we were
Yeah.
Last
here
time.
yesterday.
Okay,
Yesterday, I
Yeah.
think, or
Tuesday.
the other day. Yeah.
Yeah. So with the done for you,
Mhm.
basically we have a bunch of different packages. The rates get lower, you know, the more you get ahead of time.
Okay.
And so it's a bank of DevOps hours that never expires. Now, in
Mm-hmm.
general, and I'll preface it like this, if you hire an agency to do work for you, normally it's not hourly based, it's value based. And so
Mm,
it's going to be like they may spend 5 hours setting up the ads the first month and then an hour or two maintaining it, but they're going to charge you 1,000 a month regardless, probably a 2K setup. And
okay.
so I price hourly so that you guys can price your clients value based. And so if you're a small business owner working with me directly, it's almost like you're getting wholesale rates. Um,
Uh,
you should be able to mark the everything I'm doing up. Like if you paid us to do ads for you, if you get a 5K bank of hours, the hours are 50 an hour. So that would mean it's 250
okay.
bucks to set up the ads the first month and maybe 100 bucks to manage it every month after that, which would
Yeah.
be like, and you can easily resell that for 2K setup and 1,000 a month. So a ton of margin in there for you. And then the other reason it's much better than a VA or an agency is that if you have a slow month where you're not asking them to do any work or asking us to do any work, we're not going to charge you, right? You're
Oh,
good. And so the hours stay there. And if you have a month where you don't really have anything you need done or things are tight, you know, you can just chill and it's much
it's just gonna
easier
be
over
there.
time. Right.
Okay.
So the
All
thing
right.
is our process, we can give for building a sub account, it's going to take 1 to 2 weeks, setting up ads about a week. So it's not like it happens the same day. If you have like a problem in the business, we'll come fix it right then. But for build outs, because all this stuff gets coordinated with multiple departments, it just takes more like a week to 2 weeks for most of our processes. A lot of that's because we have to generate copy, send it to you for approval, get it back. And so that's normally how it looks. And Lance, you were asking about the webinar setup. The same way you guys see me having my team like make tweaks every single time. I would say once you're set up in the webinar flow, setting it up will not take much more than the initial 4 hours that we do for any sub account build out. It's just a part of that build out. And then ongoing maintenance, because there truly are no appointment setters. And it truly is so important for your business that they all show up at that point. I would recommend, like me, to have the team do, depending on how many master classes you have a week, an hour to 3 hours of maintenance and monitoring. This week we discovered I've been getting Canada leads and we also were having a problem where last week, I think it was just a week ago, we started getting an error rate. Like we were getting a 6 to 10% error rate when I sent out my text messages. So we swapped our meeting link to a new one, and then we tried using our toll-free number, and now we're getting more deliverability than ever. So when you're sending out 3,000, 4,000 texts before every meeting, you don't just need to pay attention to is the copy converting. You need to pay attention to your deliverability rate, what error codes you're getting, because little glitches in there can make a big difference. Um, so we're going to help you monitor those things, move through them, and stay on top of them. And it is much easier than managing a sales team. I can tell you that it can be done in 2 to 3 hours a week of my team's time. But I would plan for that. I would plan for there to be oversight. It's just we are your sales manager essentially. And instead of checking in on human sales reps, we're going to be checking in on the data. Um, So Alfred, that's basically how it works. So there's a 5K bank that comes with 100 hours. There's a new even higher package that we do for 7,500, which includes GPT operator tasks as we come out with them. Now, GPT operator can do the setup of accounts. So I can give it my SOP and it'll set it up on your computer. It's slower than a regular person right now, but it will not be the case for long. And so I can't give away the ability for everybody else to be able to replace me without it being enough to where it's like I've made the money. You know what I mean? And so we add that in as a bonus. So you go 7,500 and you get 100 hours plus the GPT stuff. Now our lower packages, the normal lowest amount is 2,500. That gives you 35 hours, so it's more in the neighborhood of 70-ish dollars per hour. And then we do a one-time lower minimum on the first mastermind you come on, that is 2K for 25 hours. And really that's enough to do a ton of work even still. The idea here is that we have to manage for the fact that our hours don't expire. And my team, I have to train them ahead of time. We have to have enough staff to handle the work, and I have to pay them regardless of the demand on y'all's end. And so the best way that I can manage that, and the way that has made clients the happiest, is with it being a non-expiring bank of hours. And so does that all make sense, Alfred? And do you know if Ken's on here?
I think so. He requested me and Eric. It seems that he's not on yet.
No worries.
Yeah.
Well, this is recorded,
can-
right? So this is live, and then it'll be there. He can probably go in there now and just rewind, or I don't know if he has to wait for it to end. If he jumps
No,
on,
yeah.
I'll tell him
No,
to,
it's
though.
fine. I can just tell him the details myself. Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you so much, Rob.
No problem, man. Who else has got something I can help him with today? Chris, how are you, bro?
I'm good, man. I was just eating some lunch, and it's more distracting to watch people shoving their food in their face.
You're good.
That's why
You're
I got
good.
my camera on.
No worries, man.
So,
Um,
am I holding pattern still, or any next steps
no,
I
you're
should
good.
take?
So did you fill out you see the onboarding form instructions I gave a second ago? I think I texted those to you too. That's all you
Yeah,
need
I
to
got
do.
it. Okay.
You need to do the white label registration for your agency, and then your sub account, one or two of them, maybe your sub account and your clients. Well, wait for the clients. Wait for the clients. And then Nyan, Chris has an opportunity where there's a little bit of a rush. If we can get his setup done by Friday of next week or sooner, that'd be very valuable for him, because he's got a client who's waiting and he can't really pitch the client without having his system set up. So
Yeah, he texted me back today. He said he's free on the 11th, which is Tuesday. So I don't know if we'll be able to have a meeting on the 11th, or if we have to push it back a little further.
Nyan, if you can send a message to project management and ask them like if there's a way we can expedite his project, that would be great.
Yeah, man. I'm just texting him right now.
Jacques was on the meeting last week. What's up, man? He was on the new client side. Are you existing client or no, Jacques?
I'm in my trial. Just
okay, beautiful.
Get finished getting everything set up. See
All right.
Yeah.
So you were listening the whole time, but I don't think you could talk last time. Is
that
right?
Time I was tied up.
I kept looking at you, being like, "Come on, man, somebody talk to me." I'm glad you're here, though. It's awesome to hear that even though I didn't know you were hearing that you're already started on the trial. So when did you start the trial?
I started the trial Saturday.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then are you already into the client section of the community and everything?
I was downloading the app. I was having some trouble. I haven't gotten it.
So we just need to. Did you finish that whole onboarding guide? Did you submit the very end of it? Well, I think the community is the last step.
I'm not sure. I gotta check, but I've actually started playing in the app and everything already too.
All right. Beautiful, man. So this is the one I was thinking of. Now we have it in these QR codes. So one of them is like the survey, and one is for reviews. And on this first session, I know a lot of you guys need reviews to help your business. So the way I do it, if anybody scans this and leaves a review for me, I'm going to leave one for them. And everybody on here should do the same thing. Gotcha. I think last time I left like 6 reviews and got 2 back. So now I'm going to say you just leave one, and then and then I'll write one back. But what was I gonna say, man? So I want to confirm that we got your signal on my back end, and then we'll get you into the like private sections.
Okay.
So do you know what email you used for your sign up? You can confirm.
J Speaks 247.
Okay. I
Gmail.
feel J Speaks 247 at Gmail. Nyan, can you write that down for us to confirm? And then we should also see like what we have from form in way of a form submission for Jacques. I know I don't have notifications going off when people finish that survey yet, Nyan. And I think some people are thinking that the survey is over when it redirects them to the affiliation guide. Now it sounds like Jacques probably went through to the proper side of the,
That's right.
to the right part, but we need to make sure that like if somebody fills out some of those fields, like they put in their email for their affiliated agency, but then they don't submit the whole survey, we need to set up triggers that are going to let us know where people leave off and dial in that process more. Have AI follow up if they didn't finish for the steps they need to finish. So obviously
man.
that's gonna take a while to build, but we need to start with just some triggers, at least for when those fields get filled, so we know, so that Hasnain knows when to check to make sure someone's in the back end and stuff like that. Now, Jamie, one thing I want to show you that I was meaning to show you when we were talking, you had mentioned that you thought I should update the website to be more in line with the new structure, and I did that yesterday. So we can update everybody's templates. If you have a SaaS template up, yours will be a little different if you're not pushing for affiliation. But I'm sure we're going to have a lot of people that start wanting to go the affiliate route too. Paul, go ahead and talk to me while I pull this up.
Real quick on like for setting up some of the done with you or do it yourself modules. If we want to get on a Zoom with someone on your team, we have to buy hours. Is that the deal there?
You get one meeting with the team and you get the 15-minute call with me. So you can book one time from the done for you hours there, and then after that you need to get a bank. Are you at a place where you're ready to do a bank?
No. First I'll do the 30-minute with the team because I did my call with you the other day. And I have
we're getting your quote together. So that's what we need. We'll figure it out when we know that.
Yeah, and actually I have updated information on that too that I'll share on our next time we get together. Or I'll send it to you in the messages. But
go ahead.
Just for setting up my system and ironing out the wrinkles between what I'm seeing in the SOPs and the videos, which I mentioned in the chat that I'm seeing some incongruencies there as far as what to follow there, and that's where maybe I can iron that out on the 30-minute. But I want to
appreciate that so much.
Yeah, I want to go through all the training material first because I think that'll make it easier on both sides.
Okay. Yep. You guys know these are brand new SOPs. So like, I really appreciate any feedback to help make things consistent. I really want somebody to be able to come in and just fly through this because we've made the process really easy, but it's just about clearing up these confusions. So here are the updates to the website that I made. Mostly down here in this section. So it's really clear about what all of our packages are now that we are not even taking people into our agency. So I explain like book a mastermind session. If you're new to high level, you want to book a master class and watch a little bit of that before. And then I explain, here's how you sign up if you're ready to get affiliated. So this is the survey that we give on the mastermind and master class. And it's basically like an interactive version of our presentation. That they can take with them and do at their pace. But like I was saying, Diane, we got to work on making sure we're noticing when people start this and don't finish it. It's a great opportunity to follow up with those people. And I made it pretty clear here. So the different tiers of affiliation, basically, as long as you're upgrading your plan with us, like you'll be getting all of our software for all of your sub accounts. As I've looked at it more and more, I'm realizing like I can also give people, I can get credit for people signing up for the certification program through me, the ads manager, the AI employee, the HIPAA compliance. Like there's a lot of stuff in high level that I can get affiliate credit for. And so we had people coming in just with AI employee code, and not all of them turned it on. And so there's a lot of people that are in here where I'm not getting anything. And so I'm working on streamlining that form to where it's clear. And I think I should base it off of like a dollar amount of what you're spending with high level. So like if someone's already fully upgraded, they can't use AI employee code, and they just need to turn on, a certain number of things to get access. So I'm cleaning all that up for you guys. And then,
Can I make a suggestion, Rob?
yeah, please.
I really like the changes on the site. I genuinely do.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I think it would be easier because everyone comes into this with a different level of expertise, especially with high level. It might be like I'm a checkbox guy. I like to check and draw lines through stuff. It might be nice to set up a step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. Really basic.
Exactly how to reverse engineer what he's doing so you can get paid. This video may be on.
Go ahead. I don't know what that was.
Say, like, if there was that kind of simplicity.
Tell me what you think, Travis, because I think I showed this to, I think you may have seen this, maybe not. I finished this the day after you signed up, literally. So tell me if this like is what you're thinking. And that survey that you're seeing right there, that's the start of it. But I'm gonna go to the builder so I can show you the whole thing. And then if you can help me critique it and tell me if this is what you're meaning, basically, that would be appreciated. So it starts with a survey, which just asks them the same things I ask when people join in this meeting, like what are you here to learn? How much you know about high level? What type of business do you have? And after they finish that, it takes them into this one, which is the step-by-step. And we've got some people jumping in from the meeting, so I'm going to start greeting everybody. But this goes step-by-step. So like it shows you how to sign up for your new, and it's conditional based on what you have.
That's exactly.
It tells you exactly what to fill out
when I came in, I'm like, holy crap.
It's a lot. A lot of resources, but if you can't get into them, then what's the point?
It's easy.
So, and then it's like, okay, I've got all these resources, but where do I start? So you don't want to get analysis, right?
So this one walks you through everything, and then at the end, it even helps you get signed up as like for our affiliate program. Here's the video I was telling somebody about. Now people are jumping out already, so let me greet them. Michael, nice to meet you, bro. And then I think Eric and Eduardo might be new too, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
Eric is a current client.
Yeah,
okay,
10 years.
Okay. Who just came off mute? Was that Michael? Or Eduardo?
Yeah, it's me.
How you doing, Eduardo? I think you were here on Tuesday, right?
Yeah, I'm here on Tuesday. I just want to ask Rob, how can I saw on we have subscribed already on Mass Market, and I saw there that there are already done Zapier automations. How can we seamlessly integrate it onto our pre-made website?
So like which kind of automations are you trying to get on your website? Do you mean that our website template it talks about our Zapier and Make application, and how do you give your clients access?
We're mostly focused on we're mostly focused on our inbound calls, and sometimes our clients are having inquiries. We're having trouble answering them quickly. So we want an AI to like answer them right away so that we can nurture our clients.
Sure.
And we also want to focus as well on email marketing to nurture our clients.
So all of
that's just
awesome, man. So all that's going to happen inside high level. So you don't need Zapier or Make for any of that stuff. You just need to install the supercharged AI snapshot. And then did you finish the full affiliation guide and get to the bottom of that the last time?
Actually, our boss was the one who subscribed to Mass Market.
Okay.
I believe he was the one who filled out all of those forms.
And
We were just given the like the account to use and to
got you.
streamline.
And what was the boss's name again, so I can remember?
It was Ken from Golden
Ken.
Years.
Oh, okay, understood. Sorry about that. Yeah, so he just needs to go to, if he's doing done for you, we'll do it for you. But the place where you have all the information you're asking about is in the community, AI initiates. And you just want to go right here. So if you're in clients and affiliates, to affiliate and client orientation, and then you want to go here. So this is like the one where you can get started with setting up automatic booking.
You need to share your screen, man.
Again, dang, man, I'm missing some brain cells. So right here, it's this guide right here, which is going to help you get started with setting up your stuff yourself. This will tell you like which snapshots to use for what scenario and make sure you get everything. And so for all the people that are just joining, I want to give you guys some information about what we're going to do here. So I'm going to answer all of your questions. And if you have ideas about what you could use high level for, I want to hear from you. And then I'm going to show you exactly what you need. Now, as far as we have a form that can kind of help you walk through this process while you're on the meeting. And so that form is one of these QR codes. I just made this today. So one of them is for reviews, and one of them is for letting me know like what you're trying to accomplish with high level so that I can follow up with you. Now, as I come one-on-one to each of you, I'm going to be asking you the same questions that this form starts off with. And then the ones I can't get to, I'll follow up with you after using what you put in the form. Now, once you fill out the basics in the form, it's going to have a short video that covers my background and like what we're doing here. And then you're going to have a guide that pops up after you submit the first part that's going to walk you through becoming affiliated, which is how you get access to all my free bonuses. So basically, you can start a free trial. You can use my code to upgrade AI employee. You can upgrade your high level account. So no matter who you are, there's a way where basically for free, you can get access to my weekly group coaching sessions an hour earlier. You can get my snapshots, which is like a blueprint you can use to set my systems up in, an hour or 30 minutes. And then you're going to get my software I coded, which helps you do more with high level, and my courses. I think that's the one I didn't say. So I'm going to go one by one and talk to the newcomers that are hopping in, but you guys should all, man, can you help me figure out which one of these forms is the one they need? It's the one on my top or bottom, right or left.
Hey, Rob, can you also put on your screen what Go High Level replaces on the other software?
Yeah, great idea. So we're going to pull up the 10K checklist. Which I'm going to try to find real quick.
Hey, any of you new guys, once you fill out the form, you're welcome to come off mic to talk to Rob. You can ask him any questions.
Yeah.
So, Rob, what do you need to know from him?
Lance, yeah, if you can help me, if you can help call out some of the newcomers in here while I pull this form up.
All right.
I want to know where you guys are located, what you came here to learn, and what you know about high level. And then that's a great place for us to start figuring out how I can help you the most here with our time we have.
All right. I think I saw Cal first. He jumped in. Leo, you got Lauren.
All right. Kel, where are you at? Where are you located, and what do you want to learn? And I understand. Oh, good, man. Good to hear from you. I see you now. There you go, Cal. Where are you located?
Here. I'm located here in Los Angeles.
Oh, beautiful. Where in Los Angeles?
Right next to Beverly Hills.
Okay.
Close to it.
I was in West Hollywood for 6 months last year, towards the end of the year. Cool. So tell me like what your business is.
So I've been managing an agency account and an affiliate for a nonprofit, for an organization that I'm technically their COO. So I know a lot about high level. I'm now trying to learn how to launch my own SaaS agency.
Okay.
I have a bunch of clients who have kind of watched me do what I've done with this organization. I learned everything about high level or a lot about high level without knowing that other people sell these particular services. I literally just used it for the organization. And I'm trying to shift from how to have my own agency, sell specific, like brand my own agency and then sell specific offerings and
Beautiful.
Yeah, technology to people.
So first off, I started the same way as you, man. I started just doing just running it for my own businesses. So I had a solar company and a funding company, and I was like integrating third-party softwares, but I was building a big system and using paid ads in high level. I was able to scale to 3 of them to 6 figures a month. And so High Level reached out to me, they sponsored me, and then I started trying to figure out how to get into the starting a marketing agency. I like learned how to code. I made some apps that are like expanded apps for Zapier and Make that let you use the 2.0 API. And I did that because I was working with AI voice a couple of years ago. And so it was to process AI voice calls and take actions. But you can use it for way more than that. And so that was the beginning of my journey of learning how to do exactly what you're doing. And that was about a year or 2 years ago. And so now I'm a sponsored affiliate. So what I do is I give you all of these resources to help you in your journey as in an agency, just for you upgrading through my link or getting affiliated one of the ways that you can. And right, there's a ton of ways. So we've got the affiliation guide, which comes up after whichever one of these is the survey. After you get through the survey, it takes you to the affiliation guide, which walks you through how to do that. And then you get my snapshots, which my supercharged AI employee snapshot's the main one. I was a guest speaker on High Levels Masterclass back in December, and that's the snapshot I'm talking about there, but we've made it way better than we had at that time. So that'll help you do inbound booking on all channels. So everything the native AI does, but it has a few upgrades, like the memory. There's a memory on the voice calls. So when you call back, it remembers what you talked about before. And the memory is also it's connected to the text channels too. So if they've been texting upset about something, the voice is going to know. So we've unified the memories, and these are tricks I learned being one of the first guys working with AI voice. And then I've been working with AI over text for 4 years in High Level, but way before they had a native. So
yeah, over the last few days, I went through some of the High Level University where they talk about, like, I'm trying to distinguish between their new AI bots and the conversation that have workflows where, like, you ask a specific question and as a trigger using the particular word, and then it gives the answer versus I'm now training our
versus
bots,
autopilot,
which is doing the
right?
Q&A. Yeah. So I guess my question for you would be, like, when you have your snapshots, do you have a list of what it includes, like, so you can distinguish which company to give it to, or
yes. So as you can imagine, like, our supercharged AI snapshot is one that lets you create a customized snapshot for any industry. So it's going to start with like setting up autopilot, and then we have a bunch of workflows that you're going to be able to set up that are going to be more like for actual advanced native AI setup. So that way you can handle a response from a client differently from a non-client, right? For instance. So it'll walk you through, like, we have 16 prompt templates and then a workflow you're going to open up. The workflow already has it all mapped out, but obviously you can't turn it on until you set up the conversational AI in the settings. So you go and set that up, and then you can use AI to rewrite all of our prompt templates for all the scenarios that we know are going to be consistent for pretty much any business. And then you can paste them into the prompts, into the spots we tell you in the workflow, and you're good to go. Now for the outbound booking flows, there's a few different styles. Now, what we have been seeing the most effect, like this is going crazy with everybody, is having AI book up masterminds like this. So you can run all your meetings at once. So now AI books all of my appointments. We book over 200 a week with AI. And then I close them all at one time, on 3 different sessions. I know attorneys doing this. I know solar guys doing this. It's not just unique to agencies. And so it changes the whole game. And then I also stream this live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. So I'm getting more views all the time. And people keep doing it even after the meeting's over.
Do you repost it, or do you have a Zapier or automation that posts it on different platforms?
Well, it's live. So if you go live, first off, people are going to see it live. And then as soon as it's over, it's on your replays section on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So then I go back and I change the description to make it better for SEO and put covers on it. So that is the format that's working really, really well for us. And we have the flows for setting up AI for webinar flows. That's our webinar replacement snapshot, which is like one of your options to finish the build of your supercharged AI snapshot, or you can do a one-to-one booking scenario. So we've got all the different scenarios, and the guide is going to walk you through which scenario you want to use. And I'll just show you what it looks like real quick. Let me see. AI Initiate. So this is our community. And once you're a member in the clients and affiliates section, which you just get by becoming affiliated through one of these surveys up here, one's reviews, and one of the things above me is reviews. One of the things is the survey that gets you affiliated. But this is the guide, and it walks you through, okay, so if you are going to be, so you start with the native AI, like you were talking about, to have that working omni-channel with the memory unified, that's going to take 30 minutes to an hour to set up. And then you're doing the advanced AI. And that's where we're getting into the bucketed prompts for like really, really robust handling of conversations. And it'll walk you through that. And then we've got an AI email copywriter set up, which takes amazing use of AI employee, very totally custom emails to everybody on your list daily. And then here's the optional add-ons. We've got the webinar flow and some other things that are additional. All of this stuff's included with just becoming affiliated.
All right, you got some more people we can kind of go over a little bit, Cal. We appreciate your
Thank
questions.
you, Cal. I think that was good for everybody to see. So I see a ton of new people, and I want you guys to raise your hand if you have something for me. Otherwise, I'm going to go kind of one by one and start calling people out. So let me see.
Hey, there's a few.
Go ahead.
No, there's a few people on the chat that's already responded, and I think Michael had his hand up if he's still in.
All right. Let me see. Michael, you still got a question? Let me see. I'm reading through the chat right now. Paul, you're in Charlotte.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Michael. I think you popped in right in the beginning, and I thought you had left. I'm glad you're back.
Okay.
Where are you located?
No, I was filling out the survey.
Oh,
I'm Michael F. Flowers Sr. from Fairfield, California.
Okay, cool.
And I think I'm putting, to be quite frank and honest, sir, I'm going to be honest with you. I believe I'm putting the cart before the horse because I got the text on my phone and I just clicked into it, to see what it was about. I read a little bit of it, and then I got the next tech to join this particular Zoom session. So I don't want to prolong your time if what I do is not a good fit for you. I may
tell me.
I may say again.
Tell me what you do.
Well, I am in the financial literacy industry. I am a business service provider for two lending companies. One called DAC, another one is Seven Figure Flip. I can provide funding for startups, funding for businesses that need startup funding, and also financial literacy education through a company called MWR.
Well, that is enough right there for me to tell you a few really valuable things. And you are not putting the cart before the horse. You sound like you've been in this business for a long time and are an expert in your field, which means Go High Level is going to be your best friend. So this software is $97 a month after a 30-day trial. It's amazingly cheap. And guess what? The best thing for someone who really is an expert in their field like that is to do something similar to what I'm doing, where you can book people to a free webinar, you have a community, and you can do all of these systems inside High Level. So I just sold my funding business at 7 figures ARR. So I have a credit repair and funding business I just sold that had over 2,000 subscribers. And so we've got over 500 five-star reviews. I love the business, but automation is what I'm passionate about. That's why I was able to make that business successful. And I did it all in High Level. So from what you said, it sounds like, what are you doing right now to get clients? Referrals?
Word of mouth, social media. Say again?
Referrals? Paid ads?
Yeah, referral. It haven't been so lucky on those. I come across old school. I'm using old school recruiting methods. The one that teaches, what if we have come across the friends, family, I done burned through that list, going through it. But and I know that there's got to be something better. So I'm looking to automate it to where I can weed out my tire kickers because I'm not looking for
that's the whole
I'm looking for
that's the whole idea of what we call this like flywheel approach, where you have like some free courses you give away, you get people in, and then you're showing proof that you're the expert because you've got all the courses and the automations behind what you're offering, and it kind of takes care of what you're talking about. Basically, I give away a bunch of free bonuses to people that come on here just for affiliating. And I don't know if you finished the affiliation part or if you just did the first part of the survey. But basically, on the QR code you're going to see up above, the one that's the survey, after you finish the survey, it flips to the affiliation guide. So I give everybody away some free stuff, like with a 30-day trial, which barely costs them anything, and that helps with my covering my ad spend. And then I get exposure to the people who are going to be the ones that are really ready to go, the serious people, like you're saying. So I was wanting to show you the community section, which is one of their newest sections. And we've got all of our courses that are free to all you guys who affiliate for setting up high level. We've got a section for members, discussion, which allows you to kind of do what you're talking about. And I'm managing all these calls on one session. So it takes a lot of the grunt work out of, you have to filter through a lot of people to find the ones that are really the high ticket clients, the top 1% of your niche. And so this system allows you to kind of nurture everybody at the same time, which allows you to, by being able to handle more people, get more of the top 1%, if that makes any sense. And people are using this format in all industries.
Yes,
so high level's got everything you need from I think I'll show this 10K checklist. So you guys all once you fill out the survey, at the bottom of the survey, you can download this checklist. And then the next step after that is the affiliation guide, which walks you through getting into our community, starting a trial, and getting all of our free resources. So
all right, Rob, we got a few more people here. Any of you guys, he's going to kind of go over everything, but at the end of the time, he usually stays later to kind of get a little bit more in depth with everybody.
I'll stay later to answer questions. And I want to speak to each one of you guys and figure out what you're wanting to learn. I'll show you things. Now, while we've got everybody on here, I think now is the good time for me to tell you kind of like the intention of the meeting and really what the offer is, so we can start working on getting onboarded if you want to take advantage of it. So first, I'm going to show everything high level does. I'm going to recap AI employee really quick, and then I'm going to talk to you guys about the bonuses I give, so you guys can get started on the affiliation guide to get all my free stuff, and I can help you get through that by the end of the call. So I'm going to show you first what we have here. Here's the 10K checklist. You're going to get to this if you scan the QR code, start the survey. One's the reviews, one's a survey. When you get past the beginning of the survey, you're going to see the 10K checklist, which is right here. This helps you identify all the things you can replace in your business with high level. So in general, they have AI employee, which can replace your receptionist. It can replace all your appointment setters. It can replace your site developers, and it can replace your ads guy. All of those things. It's crazy. This software literally is $97 a month after a 30-day trial. Then that's not even to mention the other 42 types of software it replaces. So it's got a CRM, and trust me, it's better than all these individual companies, even at what they're doing in most cases. And I'm going to get to you, Tia, in just a second. I see your hand up. I just want to make sure everybody knows the basics here. So you can do email marketing, SMS marketing, your CRM, appointment scheduling, landing pages, websites, automation. You can do social media management. Like you can do a social planner where you auto post to all your socials every day. It can be fully automated. You can see analytics for like how many views you're getting on each platform. It's got amazing analytics. You can help get reviews. You can do your surveys in here. Everything that you're seeing from my company to all these QR codes, these surveys, there's not a thing that you're seeing that's not from high level. It's a whole business. And I can go all through this, but you guys get the idea. And all you need to start playing around with this stuff is a 30-day trial. And I'm going to help keep you on track with doing what's going to be most impactful to you first. And that's why I like to go to each one of you and ask, look, what's the main thing you wanted to learn? I'm going to help you stay on track and actually make sure you're making money in the beginning. I want to touch on our affiliate program because people are making money in the first 30 days just by bringing people on this meeting. So if you bring somebody on here through our affiliate program, which you can access at the bottom of that survey, it's one of the last steps is getting a part of the affiliate program. You'll be able to share my link. And if somebody comes to the meeting and signs up, I'm going to sign them up with your Go High Level affiliate link. So you're going to get 40% of their $97 a month. And if they go and do done for you services, I'm going to give you 20% of their first bank of hours. And that could, some of our packages are $7,500. So it can be a big amount for you and more than cover everything to do with what you're paying after the 30-day trial is up. So the bonuses that we give away, they're also mentioned in the survey, but it's going to be all of my courses. You get early access an hour early to these mastermind sessions 3 times a week, so you can talk to me all the time and help keep you on track. You get my software that I made when I learned how to code. And that's going to help you do more. It's going to help you do even more than what these things, than this 42 tools. And you're going to get my snapshot. What a snapshot is, it's a blueprint for everything we're doing. A second ago, I was showing you guys the guide this is like the guide for setting up the snapshots. But all it is all my business systems. So like your websites, your texting automations, like what I'm saying at each stage, it's everything that I'm currently running. And you can just literally copy it into your account and connect a few things and it's running. So that's what a snapshot is. Now, when I got into the Go High Level, I was using it for my solar company and I paid 40 grand for this guy to give me a snapshot and weekly coaching with one of his team members, not even him. Guys, I'm giving you that for free. You're getting coaching from me, it's higher quality, and you're getting a better snapshot, much better than what I paid for a long time ago. Now, there's been 10 other times where I paid multiple thousands of dollars for snapshots, not even for having it done for you. I have a different philosophy where pretty much like I only charge for doing things for you. And everything else is free because Go High Level's I'm sponsored by Go High Level. They reached out to me because I have scaled 3 businesses to 6 figures a month on their platform. And so I'm here to help you have the same success, keep you on track, and know like you don't have to set up everything in High Level. I'm going to show you what to set up first. And I think I'll give a little more instruction behind that. But what you want to set up first is usually reaching back out to past clients. So like a campaign to do reactivation, that's the easiest thing you can come in here and do in your business and print a ton of new clients this month for next to nothing. That's usually the starting point. Now, the last thing I want to mention here is that guys that finish the affiliation guide and start a trial or upgrade or become affiliated with me somehow during this call, it has to be before the end of the call. Now, I will stay on late to help anybody who's trying to get it done, but you guys are going to get a one-on-one 15-minute call with me that would usually cost $100. So basically now what I want to do is go answer everybody's questions, make sure they all know what to do. And then you guys who are serious, I'm not asking for a bunch of money. I'm asking for a 30-day trial. And so I want to help you get through that. And then I'll take you onto the call an hour earlier next time. The next one's on Saturday at noon. And we're actually going to push through this stuff with you. We're going to help you get all set up. So Lance, did I leave anything out? Was that pretty clean?
No, that's good. We have a lot of activity, which is great. Tia has a question. We have a few other questions or introductions in the chat. So,
well, Tia, go ahead. I've got my screen back up where I can see all of you now. And I'll leave this up here. Tia, can you come off mute? Let me see if I miss anything in the chat here. Probably am. Yeah. Jeff, I see your question too. Jeff, can you come off mute? I feel like I spoke with you recently. I'm good. Have we spoken?
I'm just typing away. We've spoken before a long time
Yeah,
ago.
I recognize you.
I think I ran into you at I don't know, were you at the summit for years ago?
Yeah.
We talked.
Oh no, I was there in October.
I didn't go this year. I went the year before.
I hadn't been before.
Okay,
but
so I've been
they
around
promoted me though. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I've been seeing your stuff, and I'm
Cool.
kind of like trying to do what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not succeeding. And I have to
it was hard.
it
almost killed me.
Well, I know the feeling, and I'm in this place where I got some people that were really, I guess, I'll give you a quick background. So I started off with the process to do the affiliate, and I migrated to SaaS. And the reason why I wanted to have more control, because I felt like there was a lot of companies that just don't know
hold
how to
your
use
stuff.
Go High Level. They don't know how to use Go High Level and they need help, right?
There's
So
a lot. Most
there's a
most
lot.
businesses really don't go with automations, even if they're doing a lot.
Well, what I've
a lot
learned
of
is like
revenue.
75% of the people that actually have Go High Level, of the 250,000 of them, they only use like 6 of the functions that Go High Level.
Yeah, 100%.
And I said there's a niche there, and I tried to reinvent myself to do more SaaS, but at the same time I'm trying to really get, because I have like 4 clients, and I did a horrible job negotiating up front, and I should have done more. And they gave me partnerships in the company as a percentage of the revenue, but they're startups. But if I tell you that some of the opportunities that I have is immense. Like one of my clients is the brother of a member of Guns N' Roses. He's doing a rock opera and he's got this cool stuff going. He's trying to raise money. And I got another guy that has been in the odor removal industry and had $1 million company he sold, and he's starting over.
Odor removal.
But then he got hit by the hurricane in Florida, and I haven't heard from him in 6 months.
Okay.
So there's all that, and then I don't have the bandwidth to go out there and hunt. I want to fill up my calendar with people that are interested, kind of like what you did with us.
Right.
So
this is the best way, I'm telling you. And I've tried. I've ran the solar businesses. I've done all these. I've done door knocking. I've done everything.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm telling you, this is the best for cash flow. And people, because I've got my content out there, people come in already knowing everything. And it's just like, trust me, like I have no sales team to manage. I've got higher profit margins than ever. And this is the way right here. I'm telling you.
So your strategy has really been to go after those that really have an introduction to high level already.
Yeah.
My strategy has been trying to introduce businesses that know nothing about high level to go high level.
I like to introduce people to it that already have heard of it, right? So my ad is like my number one high performing ad. It goes, if you just started a business, here's the secret the big guys don't want you to know. And then I'm like, high level, or there's a tool that's being used by, so I know it's like they have 250,000 agencies, but there are like 2 million businesses. And so it's like,
and they're using very little of it, and
they're using none of it. And I'm like, there's a software tool that can replace $7,000 a month in software that's only $97 a month. It does this tool, that tool, that tool, that tool, that tool, and then it can also replace employees by automating conversations. And so I think that is like that has been the best pocket. Now I ran ads just targeting AI voice, all types of stuff, and my leads were like $30. I was not even able to be profitable. Once I went broad and opened up to business owners that are hearing about high level, that need systems, really the business owners that are texting on one app and making their calls for the business on another app, those are your ideal clients. There's more of those than anybody. And as soon as you start running ads that are targeting those people, you're going to see it because the cost is going to be way cheaper.
That's
and
where
so
I don't have the ability to do
I can help you with that.
I suck at ads. I suck at the content. I'm not a technical guy. I'm an old guy. My first job, I didn't even have a computer on my desk when I started working 40 years ago. So I mean,
I was in my diapers on a desktop, you know. I was hacking people's Xboxes when I was in middle school to help them be able to save games from GameStop on their hard drives, stuff like that.
I just got Facebook like 8 years ago.
No way. Well, here, so like, you know, I've been through every industry that I tackle with ads. It's a new thing I have to learn. It took me a lot of time to crack ads in credit and funding, and that was the other one where I really cracked it, and we got to over 6 figures a month. And then we were doing 50K a month ad spend. And then I really cracked it in this business, I'd say around October. And then now, it was that pivot I told you about. And it was a similar pivot that had a lot of parallels to it in every business I've done this in. It's about figuring out, calling out the right audience, and it's about you recognizing what audience is really big enough to support a cheap lead cost. And so this is it. And then right now we just scaled up to 20K a month rate in this business. And we are cooking. As you can see, like some of these campaigns are doing, you know, $6 leads, right? It's really hard not to make money when your leads are $6. Really hard. You have to suck. So this is like, I'd love to help you with this. And then it also sounds like, and bro, I get sucked into doing things on the front end for people like that, or on the back end, like you were saying, contingency work. But the way you should explain to them is like, why would I put my time on the front end into your business when I can put it on the front end into my business and make 100%? Like the only person who would ever do work on contingency for somebody else is someone who doesn't have their own business that they could get 100% more return on if they invested into that one.
Yeah.
And so I tell people like, hey man, I could start the same business you have and keep 100% of the profits doing the marketing for it. The marketing is the hard part of the business.
Right.
That is it. And so it's like, what I say is like, if you want me to come in like that, you need to give me a percentage of all of your revenue right now, all of it. And if you don't have enough revenue for that to be enough, then I'm definitely not starting. And then what I say, hey, look, here's the alternative. You can pay me up front. I'll give you a great rate. And when you decide, and when there is revenue coming from what I'm doing for you, or you are ready, then if you really do value me and you really think I'm gonna be able to grow this with you, which is what they've been pitching you, I'm sure. That's what they always say to me. I'm like, if you really feel that way, then when we get to that point, then you can give me a percentage and you can switch off. But I never do work up front. Everybody's gonna try that and want you to do that. You should.
Hey, Rob, we
wouldn't
got
do
a
it.
few other people.
Yeah. All right.
I don't
But
mean to cut you
Jeff,
off, Jeff, but
yeah, fill out the rest of the. So I think you were also asking about your account because you had it for a while. There are a lot of ways to become affiliated. You can also do an add-on for AI employee, or there's a lot of ways where you can do it. So if you do that affiliation guide, it'll walk you through like how you get affiliated, even if you already have an upgraded agency, and then I can help you more. So anybody who's trying.
So basically, I sign over my membership of what I have already through you, and you get your affiliate commission, and then you'll work with me. Is that how it works?
Yeah, guys. So if you can get affiliated with me, which means like using my code for AI employee, which doesn't cost you any more, I just get a percentage of it, just like the same way if you start a trial through my link.
Right.
Like it doesn't cost you more. I just get a percentage. So everything that I'm going to give you guys free on the DIY side, you can access it just by going through that guide, and something you do in there will give me credit. We'll verify that I got credit from high level, and then you get access to my courses, the weekly mastermind sessions an hour early where I can give you this kind of coaching, my snapshots, and my software I made. So all you need to do is work through that form.
You can help me do that for others. That's where I'm
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. And then we also have a done for you side where we can.
I'm going to be your competitor.
Well, I'll provide white label services to other agencies. That's my main MO.
Right.
So we have a done for you side as well that I'll talk about here in a bit. I want to jump through some of the other guys with their hands up. Tia, are you able to come off mute yet?
I am. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
All is well.
Well,
Thank
nice to meet you.
asking. Likewise.
Where are you located?
I am in Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, I haven't been over there before.
Oh, really?
How's the weather out there right now?
It's partly cloudy, about 63 degrees today.
Okay.
It's
That's
been
pretty
a
nice.
change.
It's not bad.
Absolutely.
Second winter's coming though. Right. The fake
Well, you
spring is
never
almost
know
over.
here.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yep.
Exactly.
Well, tell me about a little bit about your business and like what the main thing that you want to learn today was. And I can hopefully just show you right now.
Well, I am a startup. I'm in the initial phase of starting and extending internationally. Working in the continent of Africa on agricultural workforce development. And what I am looking for is an all-encompassing one-stop platform where I can do everything that I need as far as new hire orientating and, manage all across the board the different avenues instead of having multiple different, apps to do it. So
yeah,
multiple
you're
different
the
software to
exact
do it.
person
So,
I was
yeah.
talking about a second ago. It's
Right.
like that is the best thing high level can do is put it all in one place. I spent a lot of time integrating things into high level, and now high level does so much. Like they dropped 200 features in October. So it's
Wow.
like it's rapidly expanding, and they develop new features based on what the community votes for. So did you see the 10K checklist yet?
Yes, I'm looking at it now. I'm going through it. That's what I was
it.
doing earlier. Yeah.
Good.
So I've worked with NetSuite, and a lot of things that I wanted they couldn't do. So this is great. Yeah.
I'll show you one more thing that's just powerful based on what you were saying, which is the unified inbox. So AI can answer any question, book any appointment. It can handle clients differently from non-clients, however you want to set it up. And our guide makes it easy to set up. But as you see here, you've got here. Let me minimize this. I'm not gonna be able to see you guys for a second. You get all your channels in here. So no matter which phone number for your business they text, all of your business phone
Mhm.
numbers, any of them, it's going to show up right here. All the AI
Okay.
conversations. If you don't like what the AI said, you can even click and tell it, hey, respond more like this time, right here in the
Okay.
same view. All of your emails, no matter which inbox they send an email to, it's all going to show up in one place. And that
Okay.
includes WhatsApp, email, Facebook, Instagram, even the AI voice calls. The transcripts will show up
Awesome.
here. It's
I like that.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So that alone is like
Unified. Yes.
unified, but you've
Right.
got
Mm-hmm.
so much more in here too. And then um,
Yeah.
I can
I mean,
go into any of these features if you guys have questions. Tia, is there anything else particular I can show you before I go on to the whoever else is next?
like I was curious about the payroll and bill payment. Is that encompasses?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, good.
Payroll
Great.
for your employees would be a little different.
Mm-hmm.
There may be a way to do it in here. Now, I take payments in here, but when I send out payments, there's a couple ways to do it. You can do it through the affiliate program. So I pay my
Okay.
reps when I had an internal sales team, I pay them
Mm-hmm.
through the affiliate program. So I can say, when you close your deals, do it through this form and it gets recognized to them and it can do
Mm-hmm.
automatic PayPal payouts. So you can do
Mm-hmm.
automatic PayPal inside high level to pay out. If that works for you, then that would work. For my staff, I use Wise. I like Wise because it's instant. And so that is a third-party software I use, but it has like 0 fees. It's instant. So that's what I use for my payroll. But you could do automatic with PayPal. And
Okay.
if you did set that up, it would look like this. So here's the community. You could have, like, I have an internal like team community app as well, but your
Mm-hmm.
team would be able to go in here and your team can see the deals that they've closed and their commissions being paid out. Now, this would
Okay.
only work on a commission-based thing. It wouldn't be set
Gotcha.
up for handling like hourly pay.
Right.
So I have my team do that through Wise. I deposit,
Mm-hmm.
I have them added as a administrator in my Wise app, and I just load the money
Okay.
into the wallet for the week, and then they pay it out.
Okay. Okay.
And look, like, you can give access. So I give them access where they can get in there, but they can't take money in from my bank account. So they can only distribute what's in the wallet.
Right. Right. That's
And
important too. Yeah.
if you like our done for you services, we could even help you manage that if you wanted, if you were comfortable with us
Okay.
being able to send it out to your team. But like
Mm-hmm.
anything that you can imagine inside or outside high level, we do. That can be editing videos, that can be running ads on any
Wow.
platform,
Yeah.
managing your whatever else you've got. And GPT Operator is another great
Mm-hmm.
thing for automating tasks that you need to automate outside of high level. GPT Operator will let you, it'll control your screen, your keyboard, mouse, and do whatever you tell it.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
we have templates for that are coming out, but you guys on your own, you could set up an automation that checks the hours for everybody and then sends the payments out through your Wise.
Okay. Okay. I like the sound of that.
Yeah. So I'll talk about done for you here, guys. Now, everyone who finishes the affiliation guide and gets affiliated during this call, you're going to get a one-on-one 15-minute call with me. It's cost $100 normally, and I don't take one-on-one without it being paid unless you start a trial or you have a bank of hours. So,
hey, Rob, real quick, can you make yourself full screen here? Go ahead, make yourself full screen.
Yeah.
We're seeing the other screen.
Thank
there we
you.
go.
So I'm going to explain quickly what the banks of hours are like. And we do have a special one-time offer if it's your first mastermind where you can get a lower bank of hours. So there are a couple dynamics you should know when you're running your business in high level. You're going to be able to hire an agency to handle things for you in high level, or you could hire VAs. Now, when you hire a VA, usually you need at least 2 to have one good to start a department. So you can really understand like how they're performing compared to each other, or they'll kind of take advantage of you, to be honest. So you need to have at least 2, and then if you get VAs, they're only going to have a few skill sets. They might be good with automation, they might be good with coding, but they're probably not going to be able to do ads, edit your creatives, and do your coding. It's just different skill sets. I can do them all, but I've been doing it for a while. And so you're pinched, and then you don't have that many skill sets. And even if you don't have work for them 1 month, you have to pay them, or you're going to have to retrain somebody, which is very expensive. So you have that option, or you can go with an agency that's similarly going to charge you a lot for usually a little bit of work. Like they'll go set up your ads, they'll charge a 2K setup, and then the next month they just maybe did an hour of optimization and they still charge you $1,000 a month or whatever it is. So our pricing is kind of like wholesale rates. We bill hourly instead of value-based billing. So you can bill your clients value-based and make a huge margin. So like, let's say you paid us to do the setup of the ads. Our biggest bank, this one doesn't come with the GPT operator tasks. That's only in the $7,500 package. We do have financing for all these options, by the way, guys. But if you do the 5K package, that's as low as the hourly rate gets. It's $50 an hour. So if we set up your ads in the ad platform, edited your videos, set up your Go High Level, let's say we did ads for you and set up your whole business in High Level, that would probably take like 10 or 12 hours. So that would be $500. Now, easily for ads and a whole high level setup like this with inbound booking on all channels, you could easily charge 2K setup. And then really, you could probably get away with 1,500 a month for ads and all that. We're going to be charging you 500, and then the maintenance is like 2 hours a month after that, really. And it's only as you need it. All the work we do, we track it in Hubstaff. So there's like screenshots every 15 seconds. It shows you what apps they were using. You can get a full report whenever you want. And the hours never expire. So if next month you don't need anything done, we're not going to be pinching you for your revenue. If you have a slow month, you don't have to worry about us hitting you or using your hours. It's a concierge service that's as you need it with the true hourly rate. And guess what? As Go High Level lets us do things faster, you make more money, not me, right? Because it takes me less time to do it. And so it is really hourly based to give you guys a huge leg up and be able to come in and focus on sales first, because that's what you should be focused on. Now the lower banks, we do a 2,500 for 35 hours. And then on your first masterclass, if you finish the affiliation guide, it'll ask you if you want to do a bank. You have a one-time option to do a 2K bank of hours for 25 hours. Setting up your Go High Level account fully, like with auto booking on all channels, the sophisticated workflow AI that's going to be able to talk to clients differently from non-clients, that whole setup's going to take us 4 hours. And if you're like also building out accounts for your industry, once we've built out the template, we go through that 4-hour process. Setting up another sub account just like that would only take 1 or 2 hours. It's quicker. So that is what it looks like. So 25 hours is enough to set up a lot of sub accounts. It's enough to do ads for many months, and you're not going to be rebuild until you need more. And it makes things much, much easier. So you have concierge service. You can access my team in our community app. It's just like Discord anytime you need help. And we can also set you up a community app inside High Level so you can communicate with your clients the same way, and we can manage your clients' requests in there as well. So that's the whole thing. If you guys basically on this call, I'm going to help anyone who's trying to get through these forms, because getting affiliated can be a little complicated. I'm here to answer any questions as we move through. And now I'm going to jump to whoever has a question next. So who do we got? I see Agnes. I see so many new people.
You got Tammy.
Tammy.
You got Christine.
Anybody can raise their hand.
Agnes. Oh. Agnes has been here for a while.
Cal's raising his hand. I don't know if he just did or if he was. Agnes, you can speak up if you want, but Cal, tell me what's up.
Quick question. If I signed up with a different agency prior, what does that look like on High Level's side?
You're clean. As long as you weren't in your own agency, if you were a sub account, you're clean. And so you'll be able to come and sort of new trial and be affiliated under me.
Meaning I have an agency account.
You have an agency account and you're affiliated to somebody else?
I mean, I asked for somebody who was already using a different agency that was already using High Level if they could send me a link rather than me just going to High Level and signing up. I was like, might as well send it to me. But it's not like I'm going to get a lot of assistance from them necessarily.
There's 2 ways. Are you on the 497 plan?
Or 97? The 97.
Okay. So it can be,
and I'm still on the trial, still on the 14-day trial.
I'm going to pull up the affiliation guide to show you guys. Let me share my screen again. And I have exactly what you should say to them queued up in here. Hope I didn't close it, but I probably did. All right. All right. So sites, surveys, affiliation guide. Go.
So like how you designed your sub account.
Yeah, thank you. We can help you guys do that too. So here's what it is. This is the one you use to get affiliated. Now it's not, depending on your answers, you're not going to see every field here. But if you had put that you started your agency through somebody else's link, you'd end up right here. And so this is to change your affiliation. Now you can apply to do this, but sometimes they're not going to give it to you right away. And so I would recommend doing this. And then if you need access quicker, we have some other options after that. So you can say, and it gives you exactly what to say. So this form is the affiliate support form. You can say, I'm not satisfied. So if you know who your affiliate is, you can say, I'm not satisfied with my current affiliate. I want to be moved under Rob Eason, code Mastermind AI. Please begin whatever process is required. Now, sometimes they're going to have a 90-day cooldown period for that. If you don't know who your affiliate is, pretty much anybody that signs up through high level, every affiliate, they're running ads a lot of times that don't even look like it's them. It just looks like Go High Level. And so if you ever signed up, if you don't know who your affiliate is, you probably have one, but the policy says that they have to disclose themselves to you and provide you value. So you can say, I'm trying to become affiliated with Rob. I have an affiliate. They didn't disclose themselves to me during sign up, which is against policy, and I'd like to be moved immediately. That'll probably work pretty fast. But sometimes I see people having to go back and forth with support a while to get moved, which is why I copied exactly what they said that worked to give to you guys to say. So that's what that is. Now,
if you can I just let the trial period run out and then have that account get closed out?
It'll be 90 days. You have to be inactive for 90 days for it to restart. So likely I would just put in a request to change it, and then you can upgrade your account. So if to use like certain things in high level, there are some features that get expanded on the 497. And if you really are starting an agency, that can be a good way. So you can click this link and they're going to give you a discount for the first month. So if you're on the 97, they're going to give you a $400 discount on your first month of the pro plan. And then that will get you affiliated with me, and I'll get credit for that bigger portion of the 400. Now, if that's something you can't maintain, then it might be better to go a different way. But a lot of people they want to upgrade anyway. So this is a good way to get affiliated and go ahead and get that plan. The 497 plan, it lets you rebill your clients. So they put their card on the account. If it fails, they get locked out, and you can upcharge them for texting, for emailing, and everything else. So those are the main benefits. Plus you get the 2.0 API. The 2.0 API is required to integrate outbound voice systems because you need to have, full access to integrate things. And then my Zapier and Make applications I made for high level, they're for the 2.0 API. So that is what lets you set up AI voice and then any integration to another app really easily. And so that stuff you'll be able to use being on the 497 plan as well. So sometimes that takes some time. Sometimes they don't really give me credit until that first payment processes 30 days after you start this. Right. And we have to see in the system somewhere that you're affiliate and that it's paid and locked in to give you access to everything. So a lot of times, like, you'll go ahead and put this in process. That may take time. And then until that happens, you can just turn on AI employee, and that's $97 a month for one sub account. And you're going to get unlimited AI tokens in that sub account. That's probably the cheapest way to get access. You just need to leave that on until I start getting credit for the 497 plan, So
where do I find this information?
This is in the survey in the QR code. So one of them is for reviews. One of them is the survey. Once you finish the mastermind survey, it's going to redirect, and that same survey will continue with this affiliation guide. And this is what you guys all need to work through. If you finish this during the call today, and I'll stay late to help anybody who needs help. If you finish this, you'll get a 15-minute call with me. That's usually worth $100. So this will tell you how to turn it on. You have to enter my code, and then you have to turn it on. You can also, if you're wanting to learn more about high level, you could go through my link to start the certification program, which is $100 a month. That'll get you affiliated with me. You can also turn on HIPAA compliance, or some of the other features to get credit too. But I think it's mainly AI employee that's going to benefit most of you and be the cheapest one. So this will show you how to turn it on. And then this is where it'll take you to register for my affiliate program. Or if you guys want some quick wins, you can share the link to this mastermind with your network. I'll give you my ad to share. And if they come through, I'll close them and sign them up with your Go High Level affiliate link. So you get 40%. And then if they do one of the banks of ours, I'll give you 20% of that cash. So people get commissions from that in their first 30 days before they've ever paid anything all the time. And then here is an explanation of the DevOps hours for anybody that didn't miss it. This is the done for you stuff. And you just select what you're interested in. If you say you're interested, it's going to kick out the agreement. And then Nyan, I'm seeing that we don't have the 2K option in here, which is the lowest one. So we didn't need to remove that one. We just needed to add a new one. So if anybody wants to take advantage of that 2K, just fill this out and say yes. And then I will just put this one, but I will adjust it to the 2K unless you're wanting to go for a higher plan. Now we do have Klarna, PayPal, Buy Now, Pay Later, Afterpay, all are options for these banks. So if you've got some business you can make by bringing some clients in and me doing the setup for you, you can make your money back easy and quick, because even the 5K financed out over 2 years a month, it's going to be like $400 a month or something or less. It's going to be cheap. And then you can make, 2,000 setup off of your first client. So that's a really easy way to get in and get started. And the last thing is going to show you how to get into the community. So this part right here is going to show you, like, this is how you download the app so you can be getting notifications quickly. And it's going to walk you through, like, getting into the community and finding exactly, like, the right starting point where all your resources that you just got access to are. So once you submit this, my team's going to go and verify the affiliation and you're in. And yes, this is a little bit of a hassle, but guys, I'm packing like thousands and thousands of dollars of value into you just getting affiliated to give you guys a way to get way more value out of anything you do with me. And that's how we do it. So who's got some, I'm going to turn back on where I can see you guys. I'm going to go back to this full screen and somebody give me a question. Let me help you. Let me see what's up, Paul?
How you doing there, Rob? Nice to meet you.
I'm good, man. Nice to meet you.
So I'm on the 497 plan. I've been on it for a year, just so I use it mainly to run my business, which is in the insurance space.
Beautiful. Love insurance.
AI working in Spanish, English. I've managed to retain my book of business.
This guy wasn't playing around when he got his high level account.
And I have kind of a clown car of 5 or 6 sub accounts. So photographer, a theater, nobody's serious. So I'm trying to take my small business and use it as a use case to sell high level. And that's where I'm kind of stuck. And, for some help, by, what do you call it? A bank of hours. And I'm probably going to want to work with a company called box.com because it's an enterprise level, HIPAA thing for financials.
Okay.
So that's kind of where I am. And, I need some help. I do have a VA who takes advantage of me constantly, even though he's brilliant. I never know what he's going to charge me.
Right.
So that's my story.
We're going to like show you, we're only going to build for exactly how long it takes. We're experts in all this stuff. And so you'll have full transparency in what we do for you. And then look, man, if there's not a good way to get affiliated, if you do a done for you bank, you're obviously still getting access to everything. Okay. So that's fine. But if you need you can also upgrade to HIPAA compliance inside your agency and give me credit for that through my link.
Okay, I do know that. I'm hearing 2 different messages that it's something that you can't undo and it may inhibit some of the future function.
I didn't know that.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah. I don't know. There's another solution for HIPAA compliance that we do with AI voice, and I can't remember the details on it. Nyan, what was that feature that Dustin shared with us? The way for, I think it may have just been something you needed to do in combination with the HIPAA compliance in high level to be able to use AI voice. So I don't know if it could replace the HIPAA compliance part of, I don't think it could because it's about where the data is hosted, right? Isn't it?
Yeah. Right. It's about where the data is hosted and what data you have on your CRM. So right now I have all the data on my outside of high level. So I'm compliant. I only have, 300 clients. It's not a lot of money. We make about $5,000 a month, but it's just me and my, AI and I think it's a good way to take a use case into the market. And
You got to have the.
I don't think anyone has really, done it, and I'm ready to do it. I got a lot of people counting me, so I'm a little lost.
That's perfect. We're the pioneers, right? And there are other people in insurance doing it, but the reality is there are so many insurance companies that it doesn't matter. Like we're a drop in the pond of the people that are doing it versus the people that aren't yet. And then I can tell you exactly what to do with your, if you want to do paid ads, you should go broad, but you should still use your use cases, your proof of, I've been in this system for a while, I'm doing this. So that's important. Having your proof helps a lot. And then my best advice for ads, like my ad, I talk about if you're a new business owner, you'd say even if you go down to insurance, your lead cost is going to go up a good bit. So when I'm doing cold outreach, where I am choosing who I reach out to, that's when I stay in my power niche. When I'm running ads, I'm going to go as broad as I can, because I need to get it's the lead cost is the most important thing. And you can do this for anybody, not just insurance. And so for them, I say, hey, did you know that you can replace $7,000 a month in software for $97 a month? And that even will do your ads, it'll be your receptionist and your site developer. That one works like money. And then every time High Level comes out with new features, you can make a new video. We were like, hey, here's all the things it does. But I'm mentioning all those things to go really broad to get the people who are using one app to make calls and one app to send texts, and then they have an ads guy that they don't know what he's doing. And though that is where the majority of the market is. And guess what, guys? We are just hitting the tip of this. This is the very beginning. My leads are like, I think I showed it. I don't know if you guys all saw it. I'll show it again. I struggled with ads for this business for a year. I've spent over between 1 and 2 million on ads for my own businesses. And it took me a year to crack this one. It took me straight from 2 Octobers ago all the way till this October, where I went with this angle, and it changed the entire thing. And that's the same thing that happened in every other business I've cracked ads for. When you get it, and then now my leads are cheap. I'm at 20K a month, and look at this campaign right here. The average is 10, and that's all day. Like you're never going to close less than 1 in 50 unless you are doing a terrible job. And so that means at the most it cost me $500 to get a client, which is very good. And on the low end, if I get this $5 one, we're talking 250. You can't lose, but it's because I'm going broad. And then we can set you up with this same flow I'm doing here. This is the new way. This is the best way to do it, bro.
Okay, so should I fill out the survey even though I'm already a pro user of High Level?
Fill out the survey and just put the email that you're using for your existing agency. Okay. You can request to have them change it if you want. I would love that, because that's what looks really good for me for High Level to me. We'll see if it makes sense for you to do the HIPAA thing. And then if you're doing a done for you bank, just let me know at the bottom of that form, and then I'll give you a call after this meeting and we can lock that in. Awesome. So yeah, as long as we take care of that together today, you'll be able to do the 2K bank and get started that way.
Awesome.
All right, Rob, you have a couple other questions. Thanks,
yes.
Paul.
Thank you, Paul. Let me put where I can see everybody again, and then whoever's ready can hop off mute. Christine and Josue.
Hi, Rob. Hi, how are you guys?
I'm good. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. So thank you for the meeting. It's definitely a lot of information for me to take in. So I come from the financial sector. I worked in mortgage banking for a very long time. And, the market obviously is not really great in mortgages. So I did pivot about a year ago and got licensed in my accidental health and life producer license. So, I'm building a book of business to do that. Simultaneously, actually, I was already working on launching a luxury travel planning business, which, coincidentally go hand in hand, because I, when I'm doing financial planning, a lot of times that includes travel plans and bucket lists and things that people want to do when they're looking at their retirement, or just looking where to spend their money and what they want to do and how they want to save. So, is this platform, how would this platform help me in both of those spaces, the financial retirement, college, life insurance section, but also in, my luxury travel planning business as well?
Yeah. I love paid ads, but to scale it, you have to have the systems ready to handle the traffic. So my approach is pretty much always the same. If you can once you get paid ads scaled or paid ads working, you're going to be able to hit multiple six figures a month, relatively short period of time after you figure that out. Now, while you're figuring that out, you're going to want to use the systems to reach out to your past clients. So do you have any old list of leads that never converted or people that maybe canceled at some point?
I
Like your
do.
past data
Yeah.
is the best resource to kickstart a project like this.
Okay.
And my DIY stuff can show you how to do that. That's really the first thing you're going to want to do. So you're going to set it up. So first off, anybody that reaches out inbound to your business is going to get booked and questions answered. That only takes like a few hours to set up. Really 30 minutes to an hour. And then you want to set up your outbound reactivation sequences. So you're going to set up inbound booking. That'll take you 30 minutes. And then you're going to say, okay, here's my data. I've got this many leads from here. And really you want to be thinking about your biggest pockets. You're going to say people that no-showed meetings, people that showed up and didn't buy, people that canceled, maybe people that you know from one of your industries that could also be a fit for your new offer. And you're going to bucket this data out. So you have each list, you're going to upload it into the system and make sure that you have a tag on like, these are the people I want to do this with, that with. And then we've got sequences for outreach. So we've got a GPT where you'll go and say, hey, I'm trying to reach back out to these people to tell that I met with about this and want to offer them this service. So it's going to write out all your sequences. And you can even use High Level's workflow AI. You can paste that into the workflow AI and say, fill this in, and it'll fill in the workflow steps for you. And if that doesn't work smoothly, you can just copy each message, but it's not difficult. You'll copy it in there and you'll press go. It's going to reach out to those people. And this is the quickest way to get a ton of business right up front. And you can be having multiple big deals come across the table in your first 30 days with High Level. Now, I can't remember, are you in High Level already or no?
I'm not.
Okay. And I'll help you walk through that step by step. I know it seems like information overload, but that is the only thing that you need to do to make this a huge win in your first 30 days. And you can do all that in like, at most like 5 hours. So a couple hours a weekend and you'll be there.
Okay. All right, great.
Of course, we have done for you too. But that's the same MO for done for you clients. I'm going to build out your template, custom, like robust for inbound. And then I'm going to start with your most valuable reactivation pockets. And then really the next step, whether it's for your travel business or for insurance, you're going to start ad campaigns. You're going to test at most $50 a day to $20 a day. Really $20 a day is fine. And we're going to play with that until you're getting leads for around $10. Once you figure out how to get leads for $10, you are never going to look back and you're going to be rich. I'm serious. You can run pretty much any business with this webinar flow, and it lets you make a lot. And you could do the same thing as me. You can sell them, you can give them, it just depends on your market. You need to have some low ticket giveaway that you're talking about in your ad. So whatever your target audience is, like mine is business owners. So it's easy for me to have you guys sign up for High Level. It gives me a little commission, helps cover the ad spend over time, and then helps me get a bigger volume of people flowing through so that I can get more of that top 1% of the market I'm looking for. Business owners who are ready for done for you.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Was that too much overload or to help break it down for you?
No, that makes sense. I mean, I've been using AI in a lot of different ways for both my businesses in that sense for a while. So it does make sense, the more automation than me actually manually doing any kind of AI feature. So
yeah,
okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
You set the AI reaching back to all of them, and you just send out the offer with calendar links, and it's already set up so that if they ask any questions, it's all handled. You're going to see it all in one inbox on your mobile app, and you just look at your phone and appointment booked, appointment booked, appointment booked. It's beautiful.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you.
No problem. So who's next? Josue, what's up, man?
Rob, my guy, how you doing, man?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
Likewise, delighted. Hey, listen, first of all, huge congrats on all your success.
Thank you, man.
I'm a little bit embarrassed because this is my first time hearing about you, but it is no surprise. I've been on a 40-day journey now on, like what Warren Buffett says, self-investment is the best investment. And so I've just been intentionally investing in myself to gain knowledge. And so I guess that's why I'm here. I must have clicked on something that really intrigued me.
Good.
So I really just want to see how you can help me specifically. Out of everything that I've been hearing, I'm new to High Level. I've never even heard of High Level in my life. But obviously, the world is going towards AI. And I've learned on some certain softwares, but just a little bit of background on me. I don't have a traditional business where I have to show up and have employees, but I do fix and flips. I am a personal investor in real estate, but then I also raise capital for fix and flips. And so I do that. I also just about to launch a course on like how to travel through credit card points. So like turning
I bought those before.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
So I just started one, just teaching people how to turn their budgets into like a reward system for themselves where they can go on a trip on their budget, right?
We've got 1 million Amex points. I have 1 million Amex points.
There you go. So
yeah.
like I just flew all my family, 5 of us, in business class for $236. Like, yeah. So I just did that, and I also am partnered with one of my best friends where we consult companies. He probably has a lot more knowledge than I do in this, but I just wanted to see, man. Oh, and last but not least, I'm working right now in South Florida. Give me one second. Zachariah Salcedo here, picking up my son from school.
No problem.
I work with about 700. I left it in my other car. I'm so sorry. I work with about 700 nonprofit organizations in South Florida. So from like Marathon Key to Palm Beach. And basically, what we do is we tackle like initiatives. So like the 5 biggest needs of South Florida, from homelessness to orphanages and foster care. And so we work with tons of faith communities, nonprofits, and we use HubSpot to like report stuff and just keep communication. But it's a lot of organizations. Of course, I do it with an incredible team. But
it probably gets
staying
expensive with HubSpot.
I bet. And you know, it's difficult to stay on top of all of these organizations. And so that's just a little bit of what I do. And I just wanted to see how we can help. But I love what you're talking about. I see there must be somehow that I can implement this into my life.
Bro.
And I love the fact that I can pitch it to other people.
I hear an education piece to what you're doing, right? With the helping people know how to use the points and stuff like that. And I don't know if you heard, I just sold a 7-figure credit and funding business. So I have like a lot of experience in that niche. And Go High Level has a community feature, which is just like school, where you can have your lessons and your course videos. You can have a discussion page for people that are learning about this with you. So it's got all the structures you need to run that community. And also did you see the 10K checklist yet? The automation checklist?
I downloaded it. I saw a little bit as you were talking, but I just jumped on the car. So
perfect. So that's the community stuff is in there, but it's got so much more you can do in it. And then it sounds like if you're running accounts of HubSpot for this many organizations, it's likely very expensive. And if you use Go High Level, you can have unlimited organizations for the $297 plan. That's it. And then all you're paying on top of that is usage. Like they're not going to ever charge you for seats. The only time you get charged is when there's a hard cost, like a text, and they actually have to pay a carrier for it, you know, or emails. And it's still way cheaper than any other platform in terms of usage as well. So basically, like I could hear a little bit more about the types of organizations you're servicing to see like what types of systems you'd set up for them. But there's nothing HubSpot can do that Go High Level can't at all. Go High Level is a lot more flexible. And one of the best things about it is it's designed for anybody to be able to go in and create automations to fix problems. So you're never going to have to rely, like you're not going to be dependent on this agency. Yes, you can use my company to go in and help fix anything. But look, the crazy thing about High Level is there are so many users. And since they don't restrict it to where like only developers can work on these kind of things, there's just so much information on YouTube. There's like thousands of videos. And so you can go right in here into GPT and you can say, how do I set up
You need to
X,
share
Y?
the screen, man.
Oh yeah. You can say, how do I set up XYZ in High Level? And it'll tell you how. So like, so you could take like whatever you need to do in High Level. Basically, I taught myself how to code just by doing this 2 years ago. So I was like, hey, how do I integrate AI into this process where I'm trying to figure out how clients get their form 67Z out of their payroll provider's portal? And it was telling me exactly what to do. And that's ended up how I learned how to code and made an app. So I had a use case or a question in mind I was going to ask for you, but I don't know if it's going to be helpful for me to just make one up because I can't think of the one that I was thinking of a second ago. Tell me some of the problems you're having in your business so I can get more specific, or like some of the main things you want to be able to do better in in like your systems.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So right now, I think the biggest, I would say my biggest headache right now is throughout the year, we have different gatherings where we pull hundreds of these organizations into a room. And so I find myself having to either like create like a WhatsApp list or do my best to try to get as much info as I can. But I've also learned that through AI tools, I can personalize it where it can say like the actual person's name or the organization. And so that's like my biggest headache right now, where I'm trying to communicate to like lots of people, or like all these tedious tasks where I'm thinking, should I just buy like a virtual assistant? And you know, so it's like little tasks. That's pretty much where I'm kind of like my biggest headache right now.
That
I'm
gives me
being
enough time
stressed
to
a
show you
lot.
something. So first off, my team can manage everything for you. So if you said, hey, I need to reach out to all of these certain people, we could help you customize the message in the campaign. So for instance, I have all these different smart lists, which are my contacts bucketed into different groups. And so for instance, the other day I realized there were some people that came in and never got texted because there was something we changed in the system. So I have a list of everybody who we missed when they came in, they didn't get the initial messages. And so I can go here and I can tell my team, hey, send a message to missed Facebook. Or you could, so basically these lists you're keeping in WhatsApp or you're putting into WhatsApp, you can just have those contacts organized in here. And then you can send out SMS campaigns. You can send out WhatsApp campaigns. You can reach out to them whichever way you want. And then if they reply, the questions will be answered with AI and appointments booked. So really easily you can eliminate that issue of you having to manually create these WhatsApp groups or anything like that. And you can take your one list and you can send them all a WhatsApp message. You can send them all a sequence of WhatsApp messages. You can send the messages on SMS, email, and if they've messaged you before, even Facebook and Instagram. So I think that'll give you a lot of flexibility to handle that specific problem. And then if you have my team managing it for you, it's really a concierge service. You could say, hey, here's my CSV with my list of people. Or maybe you say, hey, I just took all the screenshots of my WhatsApp group from the last time I had to do this. It's got all the contacts in it. Can you guys upload that into the system for me and put them in a new list? And then from there, we can just handle all that stuff for you. Or you can do it yourself.
Does this software, for example, like if we're trying to find faith communities or specific homeless shelters, can this software pick up?
Here's what I use for that. So High Level does have a prospecting tool, but if you're trying to get a big list, I use another tool called Seamless AI. And once you get in the community, you get my affiliate links for it. But if you need, depends on how much data you need. I'm on a $500 a month plan and I get 5,000 contacts a day. And this is going to be business owners with their emails and cell phone numbers, personal email, and business email and cell phone and office line. So it gives you really good data. It uses AI to find them. And it costs roughly half a cent a record when you're at that $500 level plan. I think they have some that are more like 250 leads a day for $50 a day, or for like 100 a month. I mean, sorry, 50 leads a day for 100 a month. And if you're doing cold calling or something like that, that's where you're doing manual outreach, that would be enough. But you can take the SIC codes and the NAICS codes and the industries that these types of businesses you're looking for. So they have individual NAICS codes and SIC codes for the types of things you were talking about. And you can pull all the businesses in whatever geographic region that are in that category, and you can get the owner's numbers for like half a cent a record. So I take that and then I upload it into this system. And so basically, to do all the things we're talking about here, whether you did it yourself, if you're doing it yourself, I give you the courses, the snapshots, all the different software links, and the processes to get that all handled, just for you starting a trial through my link. And then if you want me to do it for you, we have our done for you services. And I'm not sure if you heard me go through the explanation of the banks. Did you?
I believe so. You said about the banks.
So like basically you choose how many hours you want, and it's a bank of hours that never expires. And
Oh,
so then
yes,
we
yes,
can,
yes, yes.
yeah. So
Okay.
we can definitely help you with that. Do you think you're more interested in the done for you side? You sound like you're pretty busy.
Yeah, I think exactly. So I think two things here. Like my last two questions, I would say, have you, I don't know if you've brought this into like the whole faith community space, or
I
if
haven't,
you've ever
but
worked.
I'm familiar. My mom works in a faith-based nonprofit for women getting out of prison, which she started
Oh, okay.
working in when I was in prison.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
I don't know
Nice.
if you know that part of my story. I did 3 years and
don't.
got out 7 years ago, and I did really well. I got out and went into sales, and I worked really really hard. But one of the beautiful things is my mom is like she now is passionate about that job, and she works in that business still. And so my parents were missionaries, and both my dad was a pastor. So like I've been around that stuff my whole life. And
Wow.
I
Okay.
would love to help you, but I haven't set these systems up for that use case yet. So, but it wouldn't
Mm.
be different from anything else I'm doing. It would be the same kind of stuff.
Okay. Well, uh, man, it sounds like you got an incredible mom. She's definitely a
Yeah,
hero.
she is. Yeah.
And my question would be, since you know the space, how can this help a local church?
Local church, I would say reminding people to come to church, like just automating the reminders and the communication. So the
Got it.
church, they should have a newsletter that's going out every day, asking, every week asking for donations. You can write these emails with AI and have this automatically be a custom email that goes out to the constituency. And trust me, that communication can double the number of people that are showing up to the services and double the
Mhm.
number of people that are showing up to make donations. Or at the
Love it.
minimum, if they're already sending out these kind of communications, it can take some time back for them to serve the people better, you know?
Love it. Okay. And my last question would be just, off of everything that we just spoke about, what package or what do you think is best for me? Like I'd love to just go through all your content and see
Mm-hmm.
how I can facilitate that into my world and just my
Mm-hmm.
network and the people that I know. But what would you recommend for me where I'm at?
I would recommend you starting with just the lower bank of hours should be all you need to set up like your first few businesses in here and get us going. I'd say we should really identify the one that's going to be able to bring the revenue first so that you're already positive, and then we can focus work more without as much stress on the ones that are less profitable, because obviously
Mm,
it's important to help the nonprofit, but I want your costs covered. So I would say let's identify the easiest place, like maybe it is one of the nonprofits that has a giant list that we can reach back out to. But figuring out whichever business has the biggest list that we can reach back out to, that's the one that is going to help make the most sense quickly. Whether it's asking for donations or whether it's asking for whatever it is, um, we want to pinpoint the place to do a reactivation. I can have my team set all that up for you and get us profitable, and then we can start streamlining the operations and getting more people in the doors, giving donations for everything else is how I would do it.
mm.
So you can explore my stuff. You can get in if you go through that affiliation guide and the survey. If you finish that before the meeting's over, you get a 15-minute one-on-one call with me. And if you want to go ahead and do a done for you package, we do a one-time 2K bank of hours if you can finish that up. And we're running tight on time. We're already over, but I'm already going to give Paul a call and help him finish wrapping up today. And if you think that you want to do a done for you bank, I can do the same thing for you. But you're going to get 25 hours at that 2K package. It only takes 4 hours to like fully build out one of your businesses, including the reaching back out to the old clients or people that never became clients. So that's all you really need to get started. And then we'll make sure that you're seeing the results before that bank is up. And then we can go from there is how I would think the easiest way for you would be. How does that sound? What are you thinking?
I mean, I like it. Yeah,
Um,
it's just to fill out the survey.
Hang on one second. Sorry, I just had a call come in. My audio got disconnected. Can you say it again?
Yeah, so you said just to fill out the survey?
Yeah. So fill
Okay,
out that
perfect.
survey and I'll
Yeah, I
stay
already
on here to
did.
help you. Did you get all the way through the affiliation part after the beginning of the survey?
I did.
Okay. So did you start a trial?
No, I did not start a trial.
So
let me see.
I'm not sure if
It's
you did
asking.
the second part of the survey or not. It's
Rob,
called
you can pull up the survey, Rob.
Yeah. So this is the survey I'm talking about. Dude, I closed it again, didn't I? All right, let me open it back up. I'm gonna drop the link.
Yeah,
I'm
there
gonna
you go.
drop. So now we're past time, guys, but I'm gonna help anybody who wants to go ahead and get affiliated so they can get that 15-minute call with me done. And then if anybody wants to do done for you, as long as we get the affiliation done here together, I'll call you guys after. It'll be the 15-minute call, and we'll help you answer questions, pinpoint where we're starting, and get your bank set up. So I've got Paul I need to do that for now. There's probably a bunch of you that want to do the DIY. So instead of the initial survey, because I think maybe some people they're thinking it's done when they finish the first part, I'm just going to post the link to the affiliation guide.
All right.
Which is
Christine,
right here.
she answered something. She wants to know if you've got her information. Is that Nyan, or can you see that right now, Rob, or where are we at?
I can if she got through it, we got it.
Okay.
Thank you, Christine.
Yep.
And then Christine, did you have any notes? Like, do you need me to, do you want to do a 15-minute call? Are you interested in done for you? Should I be planning on calling you later today?
Sure, I would love that. Depends what time. I believe I'm going to be teaching a couple yoga classes later this evening.
Oh, I've had
I
yoga
teach
companies
yoga
before.
too.
Cool.
That's the thing. That's the thing I love.
I love yoga too.
Yeah. No, if I could do one thing, it would be teach yoga by the beach for the rest of my life.
Oh, that sounds
But yeah,
beautiful.
so it depends if you have time today or even tomorrow.
Okay.
Let me know what works for you. You have my email, lovelifeandtravelmore@gmail.
Okay.
If you want to
Great.
send me your calendar or anything like that, and I can pick a time that works.
We've got you pinned in now. You finished the affiliation guide?
I don't know if I finished that.
Okay.
I think I finished the survey. Are you able to post it in the chat?
I may combine these two forms so that it's the one in the chat right now is the affiliation guide. Once you fill out the survey, which is like the first few questions, it ends with like a video. When you hit submit, it takes you to this survey, but I think that people are thinking it's over and just closing out. So this is the
Okay.
one in the chat right here. This is the one for getting affiliated. Now this is still just a free trial, right?
Yeah.
But if you want, do you have time to fill this out or do you have to jump?
Yeah, no, I can fill it out.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm
So
gonna do that right
this is
now.
this is going to walk you through getting onboarded into the community, getting the calendar links, and then
Open the door to any.
starting your trial.
Okay.
And so knock this out, and then I'm going to reach out to you. It sounds like you're interested in done for you. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm pretty interested. I think I have a little more questions and just understanding
That's
it a
fine.
little bit more. But everyone's questions were really good, and
Good.
they helped clarify a little bit more for me as well.
Good. So yeah, we can do a 15-minute call, and then I'm going to send you the link to my calendar right when we get off here.
Okay.
And if you've got time, I'll be pretty flexible because guys, I get most of everything done right here. These meetings save me so much time. It's incredible.
Yeah.
So this is it. And once you'll get, it's going to take you right here. You'll start a trial through this link, and then you'll put the email you signed up with. Go High Level is going to give you guys a kickoff call right after you do that. So the first time you log into High Level, they're going to take you on a kickoff call. Make sure you guys can still see my screen. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. So this is where you'll start your trial. It's going to take you here. You'll click this link. You'll put the email there once you do. And then as soon as you log in, they're going to have a kickoff call. Now, on this call, they're going to help you get oriented to the basics. It's a 15-minute call. It's not long. And you can ask them to verify your affiliation with me. As long as you use this link properly and have never had a Go High Level account, you should be affiliated to me. But if you're not, if there's some issue, then this form is going to help you rectify that. And you can select here that they said out you were or were not affiliated. And then it's going to help you get into the mastermind so you can refer people to this meeting to make income before you even have to pay your first 97. You can have that whole thing covered. And then here's where you're select if you're interested in done for you hours. And the last step is getting in the community. So once you're in the community, that's what orients you to here's like all of the links to book for meeting with me. Here's the app to download so you can get notifications from my team quickly and everything like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank
And
you.
then
Rob, you
no
also
problem.
might talk about once you're in the community, you can come an hour earlier to go over everything.
So this is the new client section, guys, but Lance and I think we had like 10 other people on here are my current DIY or done for you clients. And so 3 times a week, it's going to be Tuesday and Thursday at 1, so it's an hour earlier, and Saturday at noon. You guys can come, and it's me and the IT team. So if you're done for you, I start the meeting. I say, hey, what can I help you guys with today? I talk to each person. I help them clarify what their next thing they should be doing is. And either I tell them how to get started doing it, or I tell my team to get started doing it, right? So it's kind of the same process with each client, whether you're done for you or do it yourself. And then you can bring your referrals on for the back half of the meeting and watch me make you some money. So that's how we do it. And if you have questions about the other bonuses, I recap them a little bit right here. And my YouTube has some other stuff too. Do we have anybody else in here that needs questions? And I'll stay on if you guys are working on the affiliation form. I see Josue, his hand is up. Did you mean to put your hand back up? You have another question?
Sorry, no.
You're good. No worries.
You've had new people come in. You might ask them, Rob. I don't know if it's Carl new or Latoya's back, and then you got Sandra. And then
how are you guys doing? Does anybody need any help getting affiliated? You guys have anything? If you get, we're over time, but I want to introduce myself to you guys. If you've never met me, you don't know anything about this, I'll give you a quick recap. And then basically I'll stay on late to help you guys finish the affiliation form in case you get stuck because it can be tricky. And then I'm going to call people that finish it after if they have questions about done for you. Now, if you don't have questions about done for you, it's sometimes better to save that 15-minute call until you really need it for some one-on-one coaching, because you're going to be able to see me on the mastermind 3 times a week as soon as you fill the form. So depending on your budget, you may want to be more protective of that 15-minute call. But when you get affiliated, you're going to get one 15-minute call with me and you get 1 half-hour call with my team, complimentary. So if you ever get in a real spot where you're real confused technically, you could meet with my team. If you ever get in a spot where you're like, okay, I've tried to use the resources, I've come to the mastermind and I still need more help, 15-minute call with me, I'll cut right through the BS and figure out exactly what you need. So we've got Sandra, Latoya. Does anybody on Tammy? We've got some new guys. Where are you guys located? And have you been here before? I see Tammy's got her camera on, but it might be covered by something. If nobody needs anything, then I want to help anybody who's working on the affiliation form get done. Christine, are you working on that right now? Did you get the links successfully? And Josue as well. You guys both working on that?
Yes, I'm working on that right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll stay on here and chill a little bit longer. If anybody has questions, let me know.
I think Rob, you didn't really.
Hi, Rob.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Sandra.
What's up, Sandra?
Hi. Sorry, this is Sandra. How are you?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
Okay,
How
good
are
to
you?
meet you. I'm fine. Basically, I know very little about high level. So my whole point was to be exposed to what you're doing and find out how it might be useful for me right now. I have a service-based business and I clean.
Okay.
But I would like to remove myself from that and work more with the contracts and getting the business and sub out the labor.
Excellent. Excellent use case.
Yes. So I don't know exactly how to use this to do that. And then, in the long run, I'd like to move on to other services, more property management and things like that.
Okay. We've got a lot of people that are in the property management or home services kind of space. So it's a perfect thing to use it for. I would say the first thing that you do, you can use my snapshot, which is basically my blueprint that has a quick start guide. In 30 minutes to an hour max, you'll have anybody that reaches out to your business having their questions answered and their services booked. You can even take payments while they're booking services. So that can all be automated very, very quickly.
Wow.
And that means if somebody calls you, texts you, emails you, messages you on Facebook or Instagram, you can have multiple Instagram and Facebook accounts and WhatsApp. I don't think I said WhatsApp. So all that. Even AI voice, which I can't ever remember. By the time I get to the end of that list, I'm like, can't tell what I just said. But that'll get you set up quick. And then the first big move you make, so now you can handle the inbound, you're going to take your list of everybody you ever worked with or whoever reached out to you that you didn't close yet, people that canceled, haven't renewed, called you in a little while, and you're going to send some texts and emails out to them. And book some appointments, get some new business in. That'll kind of give you an influx that's going to easily cover the 97 a month. That should be nothing to cover that. Once you're set up there, paid ads is the trick. You need to start running some paid ads on a like lower clip, like $20 a day, until you figure out how to get leads and I can help you with this, either on the mastermind sessions you'll get access to. You get to come an hour early. I can help you refine your offer so that your leads are coming in at the right price for you to make money. And you just run that low until you get it down. You say, now I know that when I get paid with it, spend this much, I'll make this much. Once you know that, you're going to start gradually turning it up. Now, this is the exact thing that I've done to scale 3 businesses to 6 figures a month with my own money and paid ads. And so I know how to crack the code for an industry. I know that there's parallels every time I figured it out that helped me do it faster the next time. This is my 3rd time cracking ads for one of my own businesses. When I say crack it, it's not just the ads, like the back end systems to be able to handle everything too, right?
Okay.
So I can help direct you to do this for yourself. And that's what it's going to look like. We're going to reach back out to past clients. We're going to make sure all your current clients are getting handled. We can streamline your onboarding processes, and all that's happening while we're playing with ads until we get it down. And then now you get to milk those processes and automations by scaling it. And your vision of using the contractors to do the work is right on point. I was a GC that did solar sales at a sales org. Now I was a GC, but I subbed my work out.
Yeah.
And so I know all of that stuff, but I've also done some like business funding and credit repair kind of work. And then now I'm really focused on the automations, which is what made everything else I did go well.
Okay.
Paid ads and automations.
Okay.
So I would use, go ahead.
So initially with the high level program, my output would be, because, of course you got to watch the budgets.
Yeah.
My output would be the 97 per month.
That's all you need. That's it. After a 30-day trial.
Okay.
And so you'll be making money before that's over. And if you wanted my team to actually set stuff up for you, that's also another option. The minimum we have like a bunch of different packages, but basically you buy a bank of hours. So if you don't need anything from us that month, we don't charge you that month, which helps you really make sure you got longevity in mind with this project.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And so normally most businesses don't need more than the minimum pack unless you're setting up other businesses. So you can just start with like a 2K bank of 25 hours. It's only going to take us 4 hours to set up your whole business and then also set up the outreach back to your past clients. It'll take us 8 hours to set up your first ad campaign at most. And then you'll have another, 15 hours for concierge service as we optimize it, as we streamline your onboarding and go forward. And so we do a one-time minimum bank that's 2K for 25 hours. Normally the minimum is 2,500. And it's 35 hours, and then you can do 5K for 100 hours. And so the rate goes down. And the bonus for the first call thing is that you get the option to do the 2K minimum to get started more easily. And then the option for starting a trial on this first call is you get a 15-minute one-on-one call with me.
Okay.
And so if you want to go through this onboarding form and start a trial, risk-free, then we can do a 15-minute call and decide what would be, what the next steps for you should look like. And I just dropped the link to the affiliation guide down below, but it's also these QR codes. One of them is for the survey. The survey is going to have like 3 or 4 questions, and then once you submit it, it'll redirect to that affiliation guide.
Okay.
Yep. And guys, if you ever lose these forms, you need to get started. You can watch all of my replays on YouTube. So all the previous masterminds are on YouTube. And then if you go to our website, you can also see our master class, which is more of like a introduction level kind of meeting. It was an event Go High Level had me host. Market.ai. But you can go right back here to my homepage and you can book for the master class or the mastermind. You can get to our replays. So like if you go, and then here's the survey. So like this survey will take you first through the initial questions and then on to the affiliation guide. And Nyan, it's just sounding like we need to combine this into one survey. But
yeah.
Yeah.
So the plan is we will have one funnel, and after one service submitted, they will be redirected to the new one, and there should be a progress bar.
Progress bar. So you're still thinking to keep it in 2 separate surveys for the initial questions and then for the affiliation guide?
Yeah.
What I was saying is it sounds like people are getting lost after the survey because they're not understanding that the redirect is happening.
Yeah, so we'll map it out in the like a heading. So by keeping it separated, we can actually filter out who are interested and who are not.
I think that's better too. I was thinking that way. We just need that maybe. So yeah, just improve the copy a little bit so people understand that they're going to get redirected. Beautiful. So I'll stay on if you guys are working on the affiliation guide. Now, how are Josue, Christine, and how are you guys doing on the affiliation guide?
So I signed up. I don't see where the affiliation guide is exactly.
That would be the form you were on right here. So you got to this page right here.
Let's see. Yeah, so I use this link to start the trial. So I signed up with that.
Now you just come back to this form and put the email you use right there and just keep on rolling. And like the kickoff call happens when you first log into high level. So you're going to have to jump on and off of this form a few times, but it saves your progress too.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I think I'm going to spend some time going through this and going through the website. I took some screenshots so I can kind of navigate through some of the things you spoke about. And then I'll reach out to you for my call.
Perfect.
So I think just so I can familiarize myself and maybe answer any of my own questions before I start using my time with you.
Right. That's smart. And then you should be here Saturday at noon if you can. You can now that you've started your trial, you can come an hour earlier and we can help push even faster with you. The most important thing, like if you come to these meetings an hour early, like you're gonna stay on track.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I realized. Like I was struggling to keep people on track, and once I started doing these weekly meetings and allowing more access to me and allowing me to help really give direction to people, it just changed the game. So, perfect.
Okay.
And really all you needed, I'm glad we got you kind of oriented into this form. Now you understand how that's working. You should have a smooth process.
Yeah. Now, am I picking call completed and affiliation confirmed, but we didn't do the call. Is this considered the call or call completed and affiliation missing for marketing?
Kickoff call is with high levels team. So now you should go and log into high level because you should have just gotten your credentials.
Okay. Oh yeah, I did get an email. Okay, I'm gonna do all that then.
Yep.
After
And
this
on the
call.
desktop, you'll get on with high levels team and you can confirm with them that you're under me.
Okay.
And then you put whatever they said right here, and then they'll also just orient you. They'll cover some basics so we can focus on more technical stuff, more advanced stuff when you're with me.
Okay, sounds good. All
Yes,
right,
ma'am.
wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. And who else? Latoya, I know you're back again. Sandra, Tammy. Does anybody else need help getting affiliated, or are you guys all kind of on your path?
I'm here. It's asking me to put an affiliate link, but I don't have it.
So you already did you already do the kickoff call? You go through this page?
Oh, am I supposed to go to like an email and get that link? Okay, got it. Okay.
And I'll make that more clear in here. So I need to say you should have just gotten your high level, here we go. You should have just gotten your email with high level logins. Go ahead and sign in. And as soon as you first log in, high level will offer you to jump onto their onboarding. So go through their onboarding and then make sure that they tell you you're affiliated with me. And it's okay. Like you guys have already started your trial. Like you're good. You have the 15-minute call, but now you guys can work through the rest of this. And this is going to help make sure you're in the community, get where to like book appointments for me and everything like that. So go through that kickoff call and then finish and then go back to that form and just like you'll have to jump on and off of the form, but it's going to save your progress as you move through. So you told me you didn't say you were on this kickoff call section. I think you said you were on, what did you say you were trying to figure out? Josue?
Oh, what link to put? But
yeah. So you're at this part right here. if you watch this video, it's going to show you how to go. You do this inside of your high level agency. So once you log in, do your kickoff call, then you'll use this video to show you how to get into the affiliate portal and grab your link. And this is going to register for my affiliate program. So let's say you have a chance to speak to a bunch of people. I think you said you had some meetings where you deal with lots of people. If you thought this could be beneficial to them, you can share. You'll get an email with links that you can share. And if people come to this meeting, I'll sign them up so they're an affiliate of you. So you get 40% of their 97 a month. And then if they pay for a done for you bank of hours, I'll give you 20%. Does that make sense?
Totally. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a way for you to make more money right in the beginning here to make it even more of a fun process. So I think everybody's good. I think you guys are all on the right track. If you started a trial, we're good. You're going to get the 15-minute call, and we'll just finish this form. I already know I need to call Josue. I need to call Paul, and I think Christine told me that she would wrap her head around things more before we had our 15-minute call. Is that right, Christine?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Perfect. Now we've got Sandra, Tammy, and a few others. John, Brayland. Do you guys need anything from me today? Or are you guys good to go? And then obviously I'll be back here next week or Saturday at 1.
1 o'clock Eastern, right, Rob?
Eastern. That's
okay,
right.
There we go.
That's right.
Thank you so much, Rob.
No problem, guys. If you guys want to leave me a review, I'd love that. And if anybody leaves me a review with a QR code, I'll leave you one as well. It's been a pleasure seeing everybody today, and I will see you guys Saturday at 1.
See you, Rob. Thanks.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you. Looking
No
forward
problem.
to it. Thank you.
You too.